The Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
Nothing else has the power to bring a nation to its knees like the consequences of a killer epidemic.
One goes in, millions come out. Every cell is dead.
Don't mess with this stuff.
Okay, sirs, here we go.
What is the virus?
In the space of an hour, a single virus has invaded, multiplied, and killed the cell. Continually multiplying, searching for the next victim till there's nothing left to kill.
The answer to infection.
There is no answer to infection. It's already done pretty much all the damage it can.
Fills their veins and blood with pure rage. And then eventually, everything just stops.
The virus is spreading.
If this doesn't make you want to throw up, we're failures.
The most annoying thing on two legs.
What a bore fest.
Who cares about the funny? Just bring me the porn.
Aren't we dumb? Hee.
Opie. Oh, do you want to play?
Anthony. I will beat children about the head.
Jim Norton.
I'm dancing. I'm a naked whore.
It's indescribable. I'm trying.
It's like a rape that's covered by insurance.
Some of the comments they make are uncalled for. Why are you crying? The virus finally hit him. Well, with Jimmy, you never know. It could be AIDS.
No. Yes. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus that spreads from town to town across the U.S. of A.
I hate you.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Why? Because we're still here at the Buzz.
Good morning and welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi, morning.
Live from West Palm Beach, Florida. Jimmy goes, ugh.
Tired of being on the road already.
We leave right after the show back to New York City. So
Literally.
Our bags are packed. We do a radio show and then run to the airport to catch a flight to New York City. Where it's a lot colder, by the way.
Yeah, I'm going to miss the weather.
It's only 64 degrees right now in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Only brr.
And some local morning lady is wearing a spacesuit. That's all I know.
Yeah. Local news down here is a little funny. She was wearing, literally, it looked like a spacesuit with a sans helmet.
She must be covering up a world of hurt.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to not notice that she's a world of hurt because she's wearing a spacesuit.
A spacesuit. She's got to work her way up market by market. Some tells me West Palm, probably not where you want to just stop your newscasting career.
I don't know, man. It can't be bad to live in warm weather all year long, right?
Yeah, but the warm weather thing is great, believe me. But I don't know. You gotta have some cold in your life in order to make it, I think. You know, New York. It's kind of where media.
So you're doing
the pinnacle of the media world. What?
New York's not that cold. Talk to Chicago today. Talk to Chicago.
I understand. Chicago stinks.
Talk to Buffalo. Talk to Buffalo.
Buffalo stinks as far as its weather and a lot of other things go.
It's people, it's hotels, it's food,
it's women.
I love Buffalo. Anyway, we had a long night last night.
Yes.
Took a little ride down to Boca, which would be in the middle of the night for us to go to the managers meeting for CBS Radio.
Yeah, that was laugh riot.
Walked in and got attacked by general managers from all over the country.
All over the place. Just shaking it. Thank God they were wearing the name tags.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Like a couple of guys, I was like, hey, Paul, and I'd shake his hand. And he'd be like, oh, you remembered my name.
I'm like, no, you have a name tag.
And then I just pointed his name tag. You go, I have no idea who you are.
I was looking around the room during the cocktail hour going, oh, wow, he fired me in Buffalo. He fired me in Boston.
Yep.
He had something to do with my firing in New York. She was the one that did the internal investigation in Worcester back in the day.
Yeah, over the mayor's gag. Yeah.
And everyone welcoming us back to the company. I'm like, well, and then I looked around again. Well, he hated us. He refused to talk to us after we got fired. He made believe he never knew us.
Yep.
It was so weird.
Really is the strangest business. Just, what other job do you go to, you get fired from, people hate you, and then a couple of years later you walk in, you get your job back, and everything's hunky-dory.
Yeah.
Just doesn't happen.
And then the story of the night, it might have to wait till XM today.
Oh.
And I'm not, that kind of pisses off CBS Radio when we say we're going to say something for XM. But in this case, we have to because of the language. But a GM from a city that will remain nameless was pretty much telling Ant and I what he thinks good radio is.
What he thinks good radio is, and maybe what we should be doing a little more of to make our show better.
He would like to hear more lesbians and more hot girls because he likes to have a you-know-what on the way to work.
Yeah, he was talking about driving to work once and listening to some programming where there was some woman talking about a sexual experience. And as he's telling us this story, he's saying that he was sitting in his car getting himself in a certain state, a certain state, and he wouldn't stop talking about
this certain state
how
that he
much
was in.
of a state he was in,
right.
and how much more of a state he kept getting in.
Right. And that he didn't leave his car until this certain segment was over. And as he was leaving his car, other people that wear suits for a living also were leaving their cars.
Yeah.
Because they also had this certain state going on. Everyone had this certain state going on.
And it was the way he was describing it. It was like he was standing there saying, so I'm sitting in my car listening, and I'm kind of getting in this certain state. And by certain state, he's using the vernacular we all use when you get into this certain state.
Can we say this? He said,
no.
I was getting rock.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, something like that.
Just play a little word association.
Good luck.
But what Ant and I were saying, guys talk. Guys will say, hey, that girl turned me on, or that girl's really hot.
Yeah, the conversation was so hot. I mean, I was, really getting turned on.
You talk like that as guys, but you don't use the actual...
You don't get so descriptive to one part of your body and what is happening to it.
Right.
You don't get the guy was describing every nuance of the state that he was in. That it was so goddamn creepy.
It was so creepy, Jimmy.
Was it Tom Chiasano?
No.
Describing the stalker patty?
No. Wish it was.
No, it was... maybe we'll blow his spot up later this morning.
Maybe later, but it's just... So, and the more she talked, the... I got. And it's like, oh, geez. And before you know, so, and it just kept going and going, and I'm just getting, and you're like, and I'm looking, stop it. Stop it.
That's just not how guys talk about
You don't talk like that. I don't care how hot the conversation is. You're not telling us about that part.
We don't want to know about
you
part.
and your car. And I swear to you, I thought the story was going to end.
Well, he wanted
with him,
taking care of himself.
Yeah, finishing business.
That's what happened because he kind of stopped short. Because how he ended it was like, and then the bit was over. No, you were done. You were done.
At that point when I was, I was at the buffet with a foot-long Frank. I really didn't want to hear it.
Could you at least put sour cream on both ends of it?
Oh, God. Sour cream on hot dogs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great visual.
That's a great visual, but I'm trying to think if I'd ever eat a hot dog with sour cream on it.
The whole thing was disgusting. Yeah, the hot dog, the conversation.
But he's just sitting there, I was rock this, I was... all right.
All right.
We get it.
Enough.
You know what good radio is because you have like a meter in your pants.
It was disgusting.
He's got the good radio barometer in his pants.
A little gauge.
Mm-hmm. A meter, MEATOR.
Oh, but Jimmy, just over and over again, we're like, all right, enough about the blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
We can't really say the word over here because Al will get nervous and dump out.
Don't worry, Al. It's okay, Al. We know how to do this, Al.
So it's an hour down to Boca and an hour back. And they got us hotel rooms down there.
Cool.
And they were having this, God, I will not listen the next time this stupid company claims that, they can't afford this. They can't afford to hire a chef while we're on the road to West Palm Beach.
They got us rooms down there?
What? Yeah. They gave us one room to share. Like that would ever happen.
That happened once.
Back in
the
day.
Our first remote we ever did.
Back in L.A.
Once. In L.A. Was our we had been on the radio together a week, and they gave us, and that was it. It was over after that.
Yeah, but they gave us a room, I guess, just in case we didn't want to drive back to the S-hole we're in. I realized that even though it's a very nice place we've been in the last
wonderful
3 days, compared to what they're staying in down there,
palatial.
I'm not going to listen to them claiming poverty anymore with this company. The amount of money they have to be spending on this little get-together so they can play golf and drink their faces off and then look for hookers in the middle of the night.
It's all the big brass.
Huh?
It's all the big brass.
Yeah.
So they,
flying
they
from all over the country.
They splurge for themselves. I know. We met people from every state.
Pretty much every city in America.
Cities are represented, and they had to all fly in, stay at this beautiful hotel. And then they had great food.
I felt like I was walking into a palace. Not that I've ever walked into a palace, but it was just that massive. The lobby was like 100-foot ceilings and just as big as a football field practically. And that was just the lobby of this joint. Unbelievable.
I didn't even know it was a hotel, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. It looked like some kind of a theater.
It was just very impressive.
Yeah.
And then this is and then the company will try to do something down the road and go, we can't get you that $1,000 for the that contest you want to do. What?
We'd love to, but it's just not in the budget.
How about you don't fly the guy in from Des Moines?
How many Gulf Streams landed?
Can you imagine?
In Boca.
And are they really getting anything done the next few days?
Yeah, I couldn't.
I guess they do this every year. They pick a really nice, warm place. It's an excuse to get away and just hang out for a few days.
A lot of golfing.
Yeah, they yell at you maybe in the morning over coffee and go, all right, well, you guys are hungover like I am, so have a nice day. Go play golf or something.
Yeah, I can't see I can't see them, getting anything done after a night of partying like that.
Yeah.
Waking up, 7 o'clock? All right, let's hit the books. Let's go over the... No. At least sitting there hitting the snooze at 10 o'clock. Lucky bastards.
I feel bad because in radio... It's a man's world, especially in management, because...
Oh, my God.
You know what I'm about to say.
Yeah.
There were general managers and general sales managers from all the radio stations across the country that CBS owns. But it has to be hundreds of stations, right? There's only about 10 women.
Yep.
And you know they're all getting hit on. Right about the time we were leaving, it was starting to get interesting because the booze was taking effect. These poor women.
Yeah, not many women at all. Amazing. Just it's a boys' club.
It's a boys' club, and the guys want, they want to have that.
They want to talk about, yes, I was listening, and let me tell you what was happening to me. All right.
You're a creep.
I want to hear you talking about driving your car with no hands. It was a disturbing conversation.
Oh, he probably had to change his suit when he got into his office. Just a mess.
Wish the windshield wipers were on the inside.
And then he's like, he had to tell us his age. He goes, I'm blank years old, and I like to F anything that moves.
Anything that moves.
So let me tell you what good radio is.
All right. Go ahead, psychopath.
Yeah, then you move on to the next person, and the next person goes, in my city, the eggnog drinking contest, a lot of people enjoyed it, and they're checking out the videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I don't think that went over very well,
right.
At least with me and a couple of people I talked to. All right.
And then you move over to the guy who's cutting up, roast beef, and then you run into another general manager. That eggnog thing, that's what you guys got to do more of. That's good radio.
Yeah.
Holy, everywhere we walked.
So you know what we do?
They were trying to tell us what good radio is.
We don't listen to anybody. Just do the show we do and have done, and that's it. Enough.
I just
bring back Money Snatch.
Yeah, Money Snatch.
55-gallon drum. The vomit thing, the eggnog, the homeless shopping spree, all the benchmarks. Bring them back, and don't care about guy who can't stop talking about his thing.
Jimmy, have you ever described that part of your body to somebody? Well, you, I guess.
Jimmy.
Yeah, you know what? He's not a good example.
No.
Because he shows us all the time. Yeah. So that blows our whole theory. But I guess a guy in a suit where you're supposed to kind of look at it as, wow, this guy is a responsible citizen.
Hey. Well, I'm just doing it because it's hot.
Yeah. I don't know, but we were just creeped out by that.
The gift bag, by the way, they did give me one. I saw Kenny.
Yeah.
I didn't go to this stupid meeting.
They were all asking for you, Jimmy.
That's very nice of them.
You think the company doesn't know who you are, but they were asking about you.
They're very sweet.
The Chicago GM very mad at you because they had front row tickets to your comedy gigs up there.
Oh, yeah, it would have been canceled anyway. The gift bag they got was just amazing.
Yeah, there is it's a little day planner kind of book thing, notebook, but it's also, the cover is a calculator.
It's a notebook with a calculator, and you turn it on, and you can actually punch in numbers on the cover of your notebook.
The whole cover is the calculator. So on the cover, the little numbers are embossed, and you touch them and calculate.
What nerds. Why would anybody want this as a gift?
But wait, there's more. What about the wonderful, the other box in there contains a wonderful card holder.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
For
all those business cards you pick up at the big meeting.
Right.
Ugh. Nerds.
Oh, wait, that's a business card holder?
Not in my life, it's not.
Sure.
Isn't it a credit card holder?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, what?
It's nice, though. It's by Toomey. Instead of buying your luggage, they buy the smallest thing Toomey makes.
It could be either.
Cheapskates. Chiselers.
Cheapskate.
Wow. It's very nice. What's the matter? Didn't Toomey make a rubber band to put your money in? Creeps. Gifts suck.
Hey, gift bags never.
They're
never
awful.
rock.
I hear at the Oscars they're good.
You know what? Yeah, any award show, they kick ass. And if you're a real star, you walk through and they give you cars.
Yeah,
it's amazing. We get that, and now, that is a lovely shirt.
The extra large golf shirt, which it's a collared golf shirt. It's black and it has gold and white trim around the collar,
the neck, and the sleeves.
Yeah, and it says CBS Radio.
I must say that, of course.
Why would you wear this?
Would you wear that?
No,
Jimmy.
No. I would never wear this.
A lovely tote bag.
Yeah, but see, these
tote bags stinks too. Enough with the CBS Radio. We get it. Who wants to wear branding stuff all over the place?
I'd only wear that shirt if I was golfing like Michael Skakel.
Ruined family Christmas coming up.
Well, they're golf shirts for the big GMs from all over the country.
He yells before he swings, "Whore!"
The big GMs, what, gay men?
They love to drink, and they love to check out the female general managers from the company. These poor women.
That's fine.
God knows what happened after we left. All right, we got to step aside. We got lots to do today.
Hey,
we're live in West Palm Beach. We're going to leave for New York right after the show. What, Jimmy?
We're taking a break because I want to do a little calculating and jot some notes down in my calculator notebook.
Well, now you have one.
That's right.
Courtesy CBS.
Line up, ladies. Calculator notebook here. Ugh.
These gift bags weren't for us.
Who are they for?
The stupid GMs that will be doing calculating and golfing with the stupid collared golf shirt and the Toomey little thing for their business card.
Every computer has the calculator right there on your desktop.
Every phone does. Everything does.
Every phone does.
Tampons have them in them. Why would you need a notebook?
It's amazing that
By the way,
dorks.
Every year we do the list of gifts. If you get these gifts, it means the person doesn't give a crap about you.
Yeah.
let's start it out with a calculator. You get a calculator for Christmas.
Of any
person
form.
doesn't give a crap about you.
Done.
If you get a little bonsai tree, they don't give a crap about you.
The ultimate chia pet.
The chia pet gifts. You get a chia pet gift this Christmas. The person that gave it to you doesn't give a rat's ass about you.
Not a speck of thought went into it.
What the hell is this?
Language.
Coffee?
Oh.
Of some sort?
I thought we were getting crappuccinos today.
I caught the virus, and it sure ain't the radio show.
What do you got, sweetie?
You sick?
My throat.
Mine too.
Is done.
Mine too.
Done.
Let's kiss.
Because I was in that petri dish tube with wings. Every friggin' time we fly, there's got to be some sick son of a bitch that's on that plane. There ought to be screening. Screw the weapons. Screen people for viruses and sicknesses and keep them off the plane.
Right.
And they're all foreigners, too.
Right.
Every time you hear about some kind of outbreak, it's always someone from Guatemala that decided to come up and ruin the bathroom.
Some unclipped idiot that's family came in a big boxcar.
And they're just leaving a bunch of bacteria all over the whole bathroom. Forget about a smoke detector. Get a crap detector in there. Jesus Christ.
Oh, we got that story. You know what? We could do that story today.
What do you got?
What they found on airplanes.
Coldies and Coldies gum.
Coldies gum.
I'll go with the Coldies first, then the gum later. That's just my opinion.
Got any Chulies?
Plenty of options.
And after the break, we'll do bacteria in airplane bathrooms.
Thank you.
This is why you're getting sick.
This is why we're getting sick.
Yeah.
There's animals. Animals are flying.
Listen, we're just getting warmed up, but we're live in West Palm Beach, Florida. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. On the way, listen to this. Well, actually, right after the break, we have to talk about Pat from Manaki.
Yep. A big scandal.
The baby bird video, by the way, from our eggnog drinking contest. Something happened since we went off the air yesterday and this morning. It's up to 1.1 million views on Break.com. This video is taking over the world. And I go to Steve. I'm like, come on, Steve, something's going on. He goes, no, man, this is legit. People are linking to this video all over the place, and it's now up to 1.1 million views.
It's hit that point
on
where,
Break.com.
Yeah, now it just runs.
That's only one website. And then other websites like GorillaMass.net and even our sites, Opie and Anthony and Foundry Music. This video is being viewed, whatever. Use your own adjective. It's nuts at this point.
I
was going to say like crazy, but I say that all the time.
Hotcakes? It's being viewed like hotcakes.
No!
I think the hotcakes is something else.
And they let you off the hook. No sour cream on hot dogs.
Well, yeah, you're right, but that's
still funny. But no sour cream on hot dogs. I'm thinking throughout my whole life, did I ever have a hot dog with sour cream on it?
I kind of had to.
Viewed like a crap house rat.
No.
Oh, because that's like crazy like.
No. Viewed like an empty boat.
Yeah, well, no.
And now there's a website called thebabybirdvideo.com. Wow. It's taken over, I'm telling you.
What's on it, that site?
But here is the latest, because you know the Opie and Anthony show is all about soap operas. Philbin, that's Pat from Manaki, shoots his last load with the IFOCE.
Which, by the way, is the International Food... what's the O?
I don't know. Overeating.
What the hell does it mean?
Of America? I don't know. What does IFOCE mean?
International...
Federation of Competitive Eaters. Or eating.
I'm fat.
Yeah.
Here's the headline, and we'll get into it next, and we'll read this press release because we don't even know if this is real. I got to be honest with you. It seems a little weird. But basically, here's the headline, and we'll get into it next. Pat from Manaki, because of the baby bird video from the eggnog drinking contest, has been kicked out of competitive eating.
He's a competitive eater. Every year, for the past couple of years, he's been at the big Nathan's 4th of July hot dog eating contest. I believe he was ranked 15th overall. In the world of competitive eating. He goes all over the place, Atlantic City for the meatball eating contest and potato eating contest, all these things. And they're sanctioned by this IFOCE. Apparently they had a problem with what he did. And he has been thrown out of the organization.
And we'll get into that next, okay? We'll read this ridiculous press release, but they mentioned the St. Pat's incident. They mentioned the Rob Lowe video.
Yeah, so it's like until we get an actual spokesman from this group on here to confirm this, I'm calling a little bit of what they call Bravo Sierra.
Well,
I'm very skeptical.
We're going to get Pat from Manaki on the phone. We'll have an interview with him. We'll be able to tell if this is real or not.
Because I know jackasses from maybe FBA or Whackbag or one of the other sites, they love to play little jokes on us that perhaps this is one of them.
We don't know for sure.
Now look at us. We're speculating.
We are speculating.
As to what the message boards are up to. See? It works both ways.
All right, well, we'll get into the press release next. It's unbelievable, but the headline, Pat from Manaki has been kicked out of the competitive eating club, the IFOCE, because of the baby bird video.
Poor fat bastard.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Live from West Palm Beach, Florida, it's the Opie and Anthony Show.
This is so awful, it's just great radio.
Yeah, what? Sure. Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
The virus is spreading.
Opie
and Anthony! It's the Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202. Opie and Anthony!
We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show, live from West Palm Beach, Florida. All right, we got to get into this Pat from Manaki thing. So we did the eggnog drinking contest on Friday. It was a huge hit this year. Pat from Manaki set the record at 75-76 double shots of eggnog. And then Joe Rogan, who was in studio from Fear Factor, came up with this idea to do what's now called the baby bird, thanks to Than. We had Pat Duffy, who's now an intern on this fine radio show starting in January, lean over a big, huge garbage pail.
He bent over backwards.
Yeah, he was like leaned back like you lean back to get your hair washed before a haircut.
Right.
And then Pat just unloaded bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket of eggnog. And, of course, everyone's talking about the video.
Well, yeah, I'll clear it up, too. Not out of buckets.
No, of course.
It was out of his stomach.
Yeah, of course. He just
vomited all over this guy's face.
I've never seen anyone puke more in my life.
No.
Never.
Fire hosed him.
And like I said, it's on break.com. It's up to 1.1 million views. And to be honest with you, we were going to start to move on from the eggnog drinking contest. Yeah. We really were. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, we're on our way to Boca, and our emails and our phones start going nuts. And we got word that Pat from Manaki, because of the eggnog drinking contest and because he did this baby bird video, he got kicked out of the IFOCE. See, I thought like competitive eating was just a goof. I really thought it was just a goof. But
anybody goes up, signs up for it. They pick a few people. You go up and you shove a bunch of hot dogs in your face.
Yeah,
that's it.
And aren't they puking during these contests? By the way.
Yes, some people lose it.
But they don't make a big deal about it,
They don't put the camera on them when it happens.
Right. So
on a televised event.
So they keep that behind.
Yeah, they don't want that to be part of it. They want the eating to be part of it, not the getting rid of it.
Right.
Yeah. I know, it's distracting, too. Jim. Steve with his tank top and his freshly shaved, where his chest hair meets his neck hair.
Looks like two different torsos put together. Smooth arms and a monkey chest. Monkey chest. Make me sick.
Here, Steve.
Yeah.
Love you, Steve.
So
no, you don't.
So we're trying to get to the bottom of this. So you got an email from Pat from Manaki?
Yeah, I just got the email that Pat was sent last night from I guess he's the commissioner of the IFOCE.
There's a commissioner.
Yeah.
Charles Hardy.
What is it? Well, this guy is George Shay.
Oh, George Shay.
This is the guy that I spoke to the night of that the St. Patrick's Day thing when we were going to do that egg eating competition.
Right.
And he stepped in and said, well, if you're going to do a competitive eating competition with our eaters, it's got to be sanctioned, and we need to get paid, and we need this fee, and we need these people on that staff.
That's not what it's about.
Yeah, this guy's like the Don King of competitive eating, apparently. And I spent a half hour getting on the phone, getting schooled by this guy as to the rules of competitive eating, which I had really no idea
Now, let me
about.
ask you something. Was he serious when you were talking to him?
Quite.
Because this press release we're about to read is filled with, like, goofs.
Yeah.
Silly things.
Yeah, he was dead serious. This is they look at it as a sport, and if you're going to have these guys competing in these eating contests, it's got to be, you've got to have certain things in place. You've got to pay your fees. You have to have certain people on hand to monitor the whole thing.
I'm listening to you.
So this is the email that Pat got from George last night, dismissing him from the organization.
And can I say I'm reading this?
Yeah.
And George Shay, who is, I guess, whatever he does, this guy, he's so awful. I'm reading this email. He's like a parody of a jerk-off.
Yeah.
The fact that this ass thinks this nonsense is a real thing.
That has any type of dignity that needs to be protected.
The fact that this ass thinks that competitive eaters are somehow viable athletes or men to be taken seriously. You are a boob, George. You're a bunch of gluttonous scumbags who shove hot dogs down their throats so we can laugh at you.
That's right.
That's what you do.
But somewhere along the line, they've decided to turn this into a serious sport.
A sport where they call the competitors, athletes.
Yeah.
It has to be sanctioned. What do you win? A gold colon?
Yeah, their trophies are pretty ridiculous.
What a bunch of dopes.
So, Steve, what is the email from Pat? This is the email that Pat got last night.
This is the email that Pat got last night from
George. And this is real. This is not some guy being ironic.
No, this is real.
If someone said you're going to be in a movie, be a jerk-off, this is what you do.
Pat, it is with great sadness that I must inform you that via edict by the IFOCE commissioner, you are hereby expelled from the IFOCE for conduct unbecoming an eater. Or and eater, sorry.
Conduct unbecoming
like Jimmy
an eater.
said, they're a bunch of gluttons.
Conduct unbecoming an eater. What did he do? Show restraint? Have 1 ounce of self-esteem? You apparently got laid when you were a teenager. That's conduct unbecoming an eater. You douche.
A recent video in which you purposely engage in an effluvic. Thank you, Keith.
What is that?
Who knows?
I don't know. I've never seen that word.
No one has ever seen effluvic.
Effluvic interchange with another individual breaches the IFOCE code of conduct in numerous ways, and the IFOCE cannot condone this behavior by including you in its ranks.
Hey, don't ever engage in an effluvic interchange.
Well, can we look up fluvic, please?
No, it's
I got lost coming here because I took the effluvic interchange, and I was supposed to wait and make the next right.
Actually, you might have to take tomorrow off because I think you got some effluvic in you.
Effluvic.
I can't believe she got pregnant. She had her effluvics tied. This George
isn't supposed to happen.
This guy is a boob squared.
Yeah. What's the rest of the email?
You are now delisted from the IFOCE rankings, and you are no longer qualified to participate in IFOCE events or to call yourself a major league eater.
And this is why George Shay is a dope. He capitalized the M, the L, and the E in Major League Eater like it's baseball or football.
Exactly.
You jackass. It's a bunch of fat guys and a few soulless Asians shoving hot dogs into their face in a gang-infested dump in New York. Coney Island is a slum. It's a slum, George. Bunch of fat pigs eating in a slum.
Just trying to fill up the sadness inside themselves.
It's the only thing that gets people to that god-awful boardwalk.
Right. It's just
competitive eating and riff. It's gang activity or fat people shoving hot dogs with water. How do you eat hot dogs like that? George, you are an ass. The IFOCE cannot condone it. Really, can't it? These fluvic behaviors are not tolerated.
Wait till we read this part of the whole story. But get
okay. It goes on. One more sentence. This unfortunate incident has sullied your reputation and besmirched the honor of all eaters.
Do you know, besmirched? Jeffrey Dahmer is an eater. Hitler was an eater.
Besmirched.
Oh, he has sullied his reputation. And all the dignity you have, when you're dipping buns and hot dogs in water. When you're eating pig intestines that have been tubed off and dipping them in water. All the dignity that brings you and your family. How could you sully that?
Nonetheless, I wish you Godspeed and good luck in your endeavors. Yours sincerely, George Shay.
Godspeed. How fast can you go? You've just eaten.
You fatso.
Fat pigs.
Well, the comments are coming in here. On the instant feedback, we got Stephen S. from Bayshore. I think the reason they threw Pat out was because he claimed to have a girlfriend. That would make him the first competitive eater in history. Oh, no, it updated.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
In history to make the bold and unusual move. Wow. Do we know what effluvic means yet?
Well,
I would think it's some type of fluid transfer, right? Bodily fluid.
Well, Dan looked up effluvial.
Oh, okay.
Is number one a usually invisible emanation of exhalation as a vapor or gas, a byproduct or residue, waste, which covers all of them. The odorous fumes given off by waste or decaying matter, an impalpable emanation and aura. Wow.
Effluvic.
He went deep for that word.
We learned today.
Of course.
All right.
I would love to get to this.
So where was this posted, Anthony? Do we know?
This is on some type of IFOCE fan site.
It had to be. It should have been on doesn'tUseCommas.com.
Yeah, I know.
What an idiot.
How about a paragraph? Philbin shoots his last load with the IFOCE is the title, and it goes on. Pat from Manaki, the most colorful and controversial figure ever to don the IFOCE stripes, had his brief but entertaining competitive eating career cut short after puking up what appeared to be a tidal wave worth of eggnog over a willing but demented participant. George Shay and the IFOCE went on record as saying that this conduct goes down as one of the most deplorable and disgusting acts ever performed on another human being.
And you can see it on Break.com.
So that covers what happened in concentration camps.
Yeah, right.
What serial killers did to their victims.
And I'll tell you one thing, George. I have to correct you. My hard drive says there's a lot worse.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way,
oh well, he did say human beings.
Wait for
horses.
Wait for the quote from the Bible. It's coming up as Anthony continues.
Ew.
Yeah, if Opie and Anthony were banned from radio for having sex performed in St. Patrick's Cathedral, but then he has the wrong type of sex. Yeah. He has like above the waist.
And if we say what type of sex, he's going to have to dump out.
Well, he has above this waist type of sex quoted here, and that never happened.
Well,
just stop it.
Yeah, you could.
Then they should be permanently banned from this planet. We should be banned from the planet, Opie, for coercing Pat Philbin to perform such a despicable act.
How about this? How about most of the competitive eaters be banned from this planet, or at least the uncles that molested them and caused them to need to fill this void? How about they be
food
banned?
Down their throat.
Yeah, whoever touched you whoever fumbled with you.
Commissioner Charles Hardy handed down the final verdict around 11 a.m. Eastern Time on December 4th, 2006, a day that will live in infamy. That's what it says here. A day that will live in infamy. Hardy had this to say, and I quote, "I gave him plenty of rope and he used it all. I warned him not once but twice to lay off the eggnog, SH, and then some blank lettering goes on there, little salty language. And he ignored my demands. Heaving on another human being can cause serious repercussions such as AIDS or other communicable diseases.
What?
What?
All this time? I didn't know it was that easy to do.
Yeah.
I could have just thrown up on people.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt.
happened.
Really fast. CompetitiveEatingNews.com has more dandy quotes. Someone is letting us know. Cody from Dallas, thanks for the heads up.
Hey, do you have to join that site? Because I think that maybe a lot of our fans would have things to say. What's the website on there?
Oh, the O&A pests are going to have a ball the next couple of days.
CompetitiveEatingNews.com?
Yeah. Let's
I
go
remember
there and see
when
what that's
Arthur
about.
Ashe puked all over Mr. Brady. Are you looking for something, or shall
go
I
ahead. I'm sorry. Go
continue?
ahead, Anthony. Yeah, I'm good.
It goes on. Pat Philbin is the first ever member of the IFOCE to receive what appears to be a permanent ban from the IFOCE. Shockwaves have triggered all over the eating community. Shockwaves have triggered all over the eating community?
It's from them walking.
Yeah. As well as the sponsors that run O&A, including the infamous Whack Bag Crew and Foundry Music. What?
They're sponsors, you ill-informed idiots?
This guy's an idiot. EatsFeats.com, known as the hangout of the competitive eating world, was flooded with so many Pat from Manaki comments regarding his termination that O.J. Rifkin had to close comments for an hour because the wires were so backed up.
Is this a real press release?
Now, the wires were so backed up? What is this, a switchboard in 1860?
You don't understand. This O.J. Rifkin doesn't take any bunk.
O.J. Rifkin.
Sounds like
He takes two names.
of a whackbagger.
It's O.J. is a killer, and Joel Rifkin. Is a killer. There isn't an O.J. Rifkin. This is such a goof. We're not buying this statement.
We got to find out what's real and what's not
This
real.
is a post, by the way.
An hour or because the wires were so backed up.
Yeah.
Philbin had always considered O&A his bread and butter, even though they never paid him a dime for his services. However, he has become sort of a cult figure, gaining immense popularity amongst the degenerates of radio, making frequent appearances on the show while being mocked and ridiculed in almost every appearance. They've gone as far as poking fun at his diabetes, his skin condition, and his missing toe. Commish Hardy will admit he is not an O&A fan. Had words with Opie this past March after they attempted to get Badlands Booker to participate in an egg-eating contest. But of course, we realized that was Steve.
Yeah, I never talked to the guy.
And Opie sounds like a homosexual.
Easy.
Philbin is scheduled to be a possible guest on BB Corner's Christmas special coming up in a few weeks. Badlands Booker, I guess, Christmas special in a few weeks. We'll certainly have a huge fan base ready to call in and voice their opinions regarding his ban from competitive eating. Many people thought that Pat's career as an eater always played second fiddle to his stints on O&A, but there are reports that Philbin is quite upset and is yet to be reached for comment. It appears that Xmas came early as the IFOCE handed him a Christmas present he will never forget.
And
by the way, this is not the press release that we were reading yesterday in the car down to Boca.
It's not a press release.
This is somebody's statement that they made on a blog or a message board.
Where's the one where they were quoting from the Bible?
Yeah, where's that one?
It was on all our Blackberries. Can we find that?
By the way, Pat's career as an eater, this is not a career.
It's not.
It's just disgusting indulgence.
If you go to Whackbag, I think that was on the first post on Whackbag. Somebody cut and paste that.
That's the one we really want. Can we find that? All right, on the phone, Anthony, is Pat from Manaki.
Oh, thank God, his first statement. This is breaking news.
We'll find out what's real and what's not real after we step aside for a minute or two here, okay?
All right.
All right. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show, live from West Palm Beach.
That's just those guys having fun again.
La, 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 la. All right.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Good morning. We're back with the Opie and Anthony Show, live from West Palm Beach, Florida. 62 degrees down here. Cloudy. We got a lot of controversy this morning. Pat from Manaki has been kicked out of the IFOCE, if you're just tuning in.
Can you believe it?
Because of our eggnog drinking contest and because he did the baby bird to end the whole competition this year. And IFOCE, I guess, what? They're taking themselves way too seriously?
Apparently so.
The fact they capitalized Major League and Eater shows that they really think that they're an organization that is of the same ilk as Major League Baseball or the National Football League.
Right.
Yeah.
They're not.
Well, it's competitive eating. That's what Pat did when he wasn't, coming on our show or delivering packages in his crappy van. He did this. Yeah. It was all he had, by the way. This is all he had.
Here's what they do. Once a year at Coney Island, that slum that Jimmy was
it's not once
about.
A year anymore. I mean, well, that is, but they have...
Yeah, I'm just saying, once a year, 4th of July.
That's like the Super Bowl.
They have that, right.
Okay.
And that is what is televised. That's the only thing, and it's a goof thing. Like, they televise it, and the commentators, like, goof on it, and it's a joke. But all year round, they're all over the country, I guess the world, eating other things. Meatballs.
Right.
Pig's knuckles.
Calamari.
Yeah. Whatever they could shove down their gullets.
Pretty much they have a record for every food now.
Yeah, potatoes.
Because when the competitors come up for the Coney Island hot dog eating contest, he set the record for whatever, hard-boiled eggs.
Hard-boiled eggs.
At room temperature.
But no one ever hears about this. No one knows about it except for their own little group.
Right.
The only thing that gets any press is the Coney Island hot dog eating thing. And they think everyone knows about their organization. No one even knows that organization puts on that thing. They think it's just something that happens at Coney Island.
Yep. I thought Coney Island.
I thought Coney Island or Nathan's.
Nathan's. I thought Nathan's put it on every year.
Nathan's put it on.
They're just a big sponsor, I guess, right?
So they have this organization, the IFOCE, the International Federation of Competitive Eaters. and Pat he joined because he wanted to be at the 4th of July thing at Nathan's. He qualified. He got in. He didn't do very well, but he was in it.
But he has a ranking as far as...
ranking.
Or he used to, as far as the IFOCE goes.
Right.
So anyway, what's the breaking news? Pat from Manaki expelled from IFOCE. This is an official piece of news, right?
Oh, yes. This is breaking news. Right from the, what website is this from, Steve? CompetitiveEatingNews.com.
All right.
Where all competitive eaters or fans of competitive eating can go for all the news they need.
There are no fans of competitive eating.
Of course there aren't.
No one is going, wants to join the mailing list and wants to get the card. They don't have cards.
No. I have a fantasy league based on it.
The greatest enemy of competitive eating is the stomach stapling and self-esteem.
Well, here's what this one says.
Okay.
Breaking news, Pat from Manaki expelled from IFOCE. Sources report that Pat Philbin, a.k.a. Pat from Manaki, has been expelled from the IFOCE for conduct unbecoming an eater. While Commissioner Charles Hardy would not discuss the issue, many believe it was prompted by the recent video in which Manaki, they call him Manaki, like that's his name, in which the entire town of Manaki engaged in an effluvic interchange with another individual. In a portion of an email message obtained by CEN, IFOCE Chair George Shay said, quote, "You are now delisted from the IFOCE rankings, and you are no longer qualified to participate in IFOCE events or to call yourself a major league eater. This unfortunate incident has sullied your reputation and besmirched the honor of all eaters. Nonetheless, I wish you Godspeed and good luck in your endeavors. Yours sincerely, George Shay." Reached at IFOCE headquarters. Headquarters? Is it headquarters?
Yeah, it's a Burger King in Ronkonkoma.
Pigs. George Shay also refused to comment on the expulsion. He offered, however, this, in this time of trial, Pat may want to turn to 2 Corinthians, wherein he may find guidance from Paul's discourse on suffering fools gladly. This is the latest in a long string of celebrity video scandals that dates all the way back to Rob Lowe's 1988 video indiscretions with two women in Atlanta at the Democratic National Convention. So this is the last in this line of video celebrities. Jesus. They called him Mr. Manaki.
You know, I think obviously this organization, doesn't take themselves too seriously, but the fact remains they kicked poor Pat from Manaki out of the IFOCE. He loved that competitive eating crap. And without further ado, we got the echo.
Without further ado, let's get some echo. Now eating.
Let me see if this works. Pat from Manaki.
Number 0, all of them.
Pat. Hey, here he is. Okay, we got him.
Hi, Pat.
Yes, Pat from Manaki is now on our phone.
Oh, yesterday it was, hi, guys. Now it's,
pardon my voice, I'm feeling a little stressed these days.
has stress gotten your voice all screwy?
I think so.
Were you weeping all night or something?
Maybe a couple tears slipped out.
How's your girlfriend?
Fluid.
Effluvic.
How's your girlfriend?
She's just fine.
Oh, good.
How do you feel about being booted out, Pat?
Booted. I don't feel good. One thing I wanted to point out, I was never warned not to do the eggnog drinking contest. All I was told at the egg challenge I did for Clerks 2, they told me, next time let us know before you do it. That's all they ever told me.
That's funny that you're that's just going to be his argument in front of the commission. Look, no one ever told me not to vomit into the mouth of another man.
So this is real. This is real, Pat. You're definitely kicked out, right? Definitely. You lost your ranking. You were ranked what in the world?
I originally was 10th in the world, and then last few contests I kind of tanked in, so I dropped to 20. They just re-ranked me at 24, and then I just checked the website, and I'm not even in the rankings.
Let me tell you something, Pat. I'm happy they booted you. It's the best thing for you. Enough of the food obsession. You want to work on this chick. You like this girl. You got to let this part of your life go anyway. Enough with the competitive eating. Your whole life doesn't have to revolve around food. You've done it. Screw this dumb organization. They're capitalizing on your addiction.
It was his life.
No, it wasn't his life.
The eggnog
it was better for you, Pat.
Into competitive eating, and it looks like the eggnog contest will get me out of competitive eating.
Oh boy, Pat.
Short career.
How has the last 24 hours gone for you? Getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of support. What's going on? Give us a feel that of the world of Pat from Manaki.
Oh yeah, everybody's my phone messages have filled up. I haven't been able to check any of them.
Stomach.
You haven't been able to check it. He never had to. He never got one before.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's got one in it.
Every time he check, I'm sorry, Pat.
The great pests ready on the battle lines, willing to fight my battle for me.
Yeah, if we didn't think this was so despicable, the organization, we would try to get you back in. I'm still mulling this over, thinking, should we try to appeal this and get him back in, or is it in his best interest to just find another hobby?
Yeah, isn't the IFOCE all about getting publicity? They really love publicity.
Wait, they're a marketing company, so that's what they're all about.
So maybe they're getting some discussions here, and maybe they'll bring you back into the organization in a week or so.
Maybe. Oh yeah, people have been reinstated.
So maybe they get a little publicity from this whole event, from the Baby Bird video, and then they invite you back in, and then there'll be just another wave of publicity for the IFOCE.
Oh, yeah. It's a growing sport, and I liked it.
It's your call.
It really doesn't. I've actually lost weight doing it.
Listen to me.
Listen
to me. First, A, it's not a sport. And B, you don't lose weight by being in a compulsive overeating organization. Maybe because you don't eat properly. You should be happy to be out of this dumb thing and eat better. And you want this girl, so get on with things. You've done this already. It was fun. Just move on. I say you move on and you work on getting the chick. And even if you don't get her, you get another chick. You like Mother once said, you put down one thing and you pick up another.
Mother.
I think you're better off, Pat. It's bad for you to be shoving hot dogs into your face till you vomit.
But this is all he had.
No, it's not.
Pat, this is all you had, right?
You have 9 toes.
Oh, he says he's got nothing now.
Hey, Pat, what do you want the pest to do? They're standing by. You want them to write emails? What do you want them to do?
Well, I don't mind them voicing their opinion. I wouldn't really attack, but voicing your opinion. Serious emails only.
You still have hope.
You know what serious emails only mean on our show, by the way?
He knows.
What's that?
You do know what serious emails only means on our radio show, right?
It's a code word.
As far as I know, it means serious emails only.
No, it means screw with them to no end. It's a code word.
It's a code, you ass.
It's like Torah.
What do you want them to do?
Yeah, just express their opinion, and maybe that'll do me some good. I don't know.
All right, where do they go to express their opinion?
There's IFOCE.com.
Okay.
That's George Shay Communications, and you'll see all the contact information there. And there's a message board, eatfeats.com.
Eatfeats.com.
F-E-A-T. Not like, eat feets.
Well, Pat, hold on. Eatfeats, EATFEATS.com.
Right.
Not like what diabetes is doing to his feet.
Hey, Pat, have you seen the video on break.com?
Oh, yes. My favorite one's the one where you see Anthony losing his stuff there.
Yeah, there's a lot of different versions of this. We had a lot of cameras in studio.
Like the puker film.
Yeah. There's one version on break.com. It's up to 1.1 million views, Pat. You don't need this IFOCE anymore. You're a star, Pat. You're a star because of that video.
Well, it's a new day in the
You're
world
on the IPUCK.
Right. All right, Pat.
I say that even if they try to reinstate you, you tell that guy to go jump in the lake until he stops using the word effluvic. Tell him you won't be a part of any organization where the man uses effluvic.
Effluvic. Did you know that there was a code of conduct? And where is this code of conduct?
It's somewhere. I don't know where. I'll give you a good example. They had a turkey challenge last year where I was goofing around and I was throwing turkey on my head.
Right, I remember that.
They didn't invite me back, and the guy on Channel 11 News was saying, "Where's Pat from Manaki? We need him." Because nobody else would throw turkey on their head.
Yeah, you put the turkey on your head, and it was really funny.
Yeah.
Pat with turkey on his head.
Yeah, and they're trying to have this kind of dignity.
Well, you're madcap antics, Pat. There's no place for them in the IFOCE.
Yeah.
Turkey on the head.
Yeah, you're like the...
What's that?
Right. You're like the guy that does too much of the victory dance in the end zone, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're a showboater.
All those guys are jerks.
Showbooter.
Hey, are there any progress with the girl?
No, we're just spending time together. Everything's wonderful.
Have you told her you love her again?
Yeah, yesterday, and I plan on saying it today, too.
Every day.
Every day he'll say that.
Is she helping you through this tough time?
Yes, she's consoling me.
Yeah.
All right. I think we got to let you go. I think CNN's going to be calling any second, so.
Ooh.
Poor Pat.
Is the media calling you, Pat? Are they knocking down your trailer door?
Yeah, the phone keeps beeping. There's people on the other line.
Yeah.
People tell me I got to go.
Hey, hold on a minute. We got Pat Duffy on the line. Pat?
Ooh, baby bird.
Pat.
Baby bird.
Can we get both of them in here somewhere?
Where's Pat Duffy?
Hold on, Pat Duff.
Pat Duffy.
What's up?
There you are. Okay.
Ooh, baby bird.
What's up, boys?
What's going on, Pat Duffy?
Nothing, man. I want to apologize to my mama bird.
Yeah, well, Pat Duffy was on the receiving. Yeah, he was on the. Okay,
you hungry?
You guys know.
I am.
Oh,
yeah, Pat was on the receiving end. Pat from Munaki's big puke fest. Puke fest is puking.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Hey, Pat Duffy, question for you. Would you ever do puke stuff again for our radio show?
More than anything in the world.
He's the great.
I would absolutely do it.
I don't think he could ever top it, so I say retire.
No.
Sometimes you got to just retire when you hit the top. What?
I think Pat Duffy's found his forte.
Yeah.
Pat Duffy rules.
Pat, has your life changed?
On my forte.
Pat Duffy, has your life changed since Friday? What? Walk us through your world.
It's been ridiculous. Like, everybody's been calling me. It's just been crazy. Like, I'm known as the puke guy now. It's crazy.
He's the puke guy now.
I've had about over 150 MySpace requests. It's just crazy.
Yeah, you're Pat Duffy on MySpace, is that it?
Yeah. Can I give it out again?
Yeah.
MySpace.com/all-purpose cleaner.
Oh, that's right, all-purpose cleaner.
All-purpose cleaner.
That's Pat Duffy's MySpace.
On the internet, the better I feel about myself.
When did your did your ear clear? Because we found out later in the day that your ear was clogged from Pat from Manaki's puke.
I'll tell you what, every time my ear pops still, it like cracks and hurts a little bit.
Oh.
And I've had a nasty cough all weekend. He's got an ear infection or not, because eggnog keeps dripping out.
You got an ear infection, and you're sick from Pat from Manaki's puke.
Yeah. Whatever Pat had, you now have.
Yeah.
Did you swallow any of that?
Yeah.
Just the first shot I swallowed, the rest of it I just spit out like a good.
Oh wow. Oh God.
It's just a natural reaction to swallow it.
And Pat Duffy, of course, you've seen the video on Break.com, right?
Yeah, about 100 times, yeah.
Yeah, it's something happened overnight. By the way, this video is taking on a life of its own. We were at about 500,000 hits after the show yesterday. This morning, as we sit here, it's over 1.1 million views on Break.com alone.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
My ex-girlfriend actually called me up crying, telling me that it wasn't me, and she didn't even know who I was anymore.
Not only was it you, but that's the same mouth you've kissed her with.
This is true.
Pat Duffy, that made you a rock star. Don't you worry.
I know. It's awesome. I can't even believe it. Overnight internet sensation.
Hey, listen, bro. My first big hit on the O&A show was getting arrested and going to jail for being on a bus with a bunch of naked girls. I mean, it's the odd stuff that helps you, bro. It's the weird little stuff.
That's
right.
right.
That's my next step, then.
All right.
Good boy.
Anything else, guys?
That's it.
Pat from Manaki?
I just want to say I'm sorry to Pat. I feel really bad, and I feel 50% responsible.
No,
that's
you're
all right,
a good boy.
baby bird. You let me know when you're hungry again. All right, I will.
Oh, my God.
Yuck. Yuck.
You know we'll do that in front of thousands of people someday.
Well, yeah.
Maybe at the O&A Traveling Virus next summer.
Or maybe somebody throws up in a store and somebody eats it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, Pat Duffy, thank you, sir.
No problem, boys. I'll talk to you later.
Goodbye,
we'll see you in January when you start your internship, all right?
I can't wait.
All right, there goes Pat Duffy.
Guys. Later.
Bye, Pat.
Oh, Pat.
Bye, Pat.
Ugh, you got a cold.
And there goes Pat from Manaki.
He got sick, and he's got an earache.
Yeah.
By the way, that's another reason we might be sick. Me and Anthony have both got, like, sore throats because all the germs in that room from the puke.
That were floating around.
Yeah.
No, there's not germs floating around a room after people puke.
Yeah, there was 12 people vomited.
I think
Why did anyone else get sick?
I think it was that damn airplane. I don't know.
Steve is sick.
Every time I'm on
you're sick?
airplane.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You've been struck with the shaven arm syndrome.
I knew that was coming back.
Yes, you have arm AIDS. Arm cancer. I'm getting chemo in my arms. My shoulders and my forearms.
It's just Nair.
I hate that perfect line. Could you, if you don't see Steve, he looks like he's wearing a tank top over a monkey sweater. Why don't you just shave it a little unevenly so it looks natural?
You know what it looks like? It looks like it looks like body armor.
Yeah.
Like you shaved body armor into your chest.
I was trying to make it look, I didn't want to shave my chest because I don't like the way I look when I shave my chest.
And you like the way you look that way?
No, I really didn't want to run out of shirts, but I ran out of clean shirts. This was the only clean thing I had left. Everything else was dirty.
Steve is hairy from head to toe.
Yep.
Your chest hair definitely meets up with your beard.
Yeah, it does. I have to shave.
You have to shave in between to make it show people where the chest actually begins.
Yeah. There's actually a line right here, and then I nared everything else.
You truly are a bear.
How do you do your back? Do you shave it, or does Jane Goodall help you?
Yes, I have help.
Yeah. I'm in the mist.
They're checking you out on Pal Talk right now.
Lovely.
All right, listen. Why don't we relive the baby bird moments from the eggnog drinking contest? This is how it went down on Friday. Maybe not.
Oh, Opie.
He's just drinking now. He's up to 76.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Here it goes.
The baby bird is going down.
The baby bird is happening.
The baby bird is happening. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No way. No way. God! Oh my God! Oh my
God! I almost wet myself. I swear to you, I'm laughing so hard.
We lost Jimmy. He's laughing so hard he ran into the corner.
A thunderous round of applause.
Down goes Pat. Down goes Pat.
He's wearing puke blackface.
That was the greatest moment in radio history, period.
Yeah.
It's impossible to top that.
Yeah,
There's no topping it.
I can listen to that another 10 times. It's just an amazing moment.
The build, the slow build.
Yeah.
The wave after wave that happened. Oh, it was just disgusting to watch. And the sheer amount that came out of him.
You know, that's our hit record, obviously. Yeah. All the videos from the eggnog drinking contest are up on opieandanthony.com. But break.com has decided to throw up a second video from the eggnog drinking contest.
Yeah, that one's really hard to watch.
This is kind of like they're going for a follow-up hit. I mean, the hit is the Baby Bird video, but break.com is like, man, this thing is getting so much attention. You know, let's throw up another clip from the eggnog drinking contest, and that would be the clip of Sergeant Magoo puking into a beer pitcher, and then pouring it over some Fruit Loops, and then he proceeds to eat the Fruit Loops.
See, the Pat from Manaki one, the Baby Bird, the comedy of it transcends how disgusting it is.
Yeah.
You almost forget that it's vomit because it's so funny to watch somebody getting sprayed in the face like that. The pitcher full of eggnog vomit that Sergeant Magoo used to fill up in a bowl and put Fruit Loops in and then eat is so hard to watch. I can't watch it.
And we thought that would be the highlight of the eggnog drinking contest.
I cannot watch it.
I kept thinking things were the highlight as we were going on. That's the highlight. That's, that's the highlight.
And it ended with the Baby Bird. But break.com, thank you. It's on the front page. Sergeant Magoo filling up the beer pitcher with puke and then pouring it over the Fruit Loops and then proceeding to eat the Fruit Loops. And then other people, I guess, eating the Fruit Loops. And then the clip ends with E-Rock just puking. They're trying for a follow-up hit. It's it's up to 20,000 hits. It's only been up there a couple hours so far.
You can't take for granted that that's not. People are going to watch that. That's awful.
Yeah.
No one's not watching a man vomit and eat Fruit Loops out of it. We're acting like it's old hat. It's all old hat to us. All the old Fruit Loops and your own vomit trick.
It's pretty cool that you can downplay that video because you have the Baby Bird video fresh in your mind. You know?
I think it's a wonderful follow-up.
So you think we got a second hit on our hands?
Maybe not at the same size, but it's still a great one.
Yeah.
I mean, God Almighty. I mean, why can't you have two great songs in the same album?
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what we're hoping for.
You think the Police have one good song?
No.
No! What did Thriller? What did they say about Billie Jean? Oh, forget Beat It.
All right, hold on a minute. All right, well, go to break.com. It's on the front page.
I think they're both vile, but the thick, I mean, even though it's his own vomit, the thick, stringy, mucusy texture of the vomit.
The longer it sat in that beer pitcher, the thicker, lumpier, and more coagulated.
Oh, dude.
And like it got sour.
Yeah.
It separated.
That truly makes me
yeah, it just started getting. It was clotting as we went.
Would you suck down one mouthful of that for $20, Ant?
20?
I'm in.
I can't ask Ant.
$20.
$20.
Yeah, why not?
Hey, here's the audio from that fine moment.
Oh, dude.
Sergeant Magoo, how you feeling? Feeling a little queasy.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
how many?
Shot. There we go. Another one.
What are we up to?
Chit chat.
All right, guys. This is the 25th double shot of eggnog in the eggnog drinking contest.
Magoo, put that one right down.
Oh my God! He's puking into the pitcher.
And now you can measure it.
Oh my God!
He's gonna fill it.
Oh my God!
Whoa. Ooh, it's getting chunky. Look at the guy turning his back. He doesn't want to see it.
Oh my God! A little spittle. He's filling up the pitcher. Pitcher's full.
Oh my God!
That almost made me puke.
Yeah. He completely filled up a huge beer pitcher.
All right, we're back live here in West Palm Beach.
Oh, is that hard to listen to?
That one's a tough one to listen to.
That is. Here's what that is. It's reprehensible.
He is really bringing that up from just a deep, dark place.
Magoo is just fantastic.
He's a champ. So then we had the pitcher sitting on the table, and it, like you said, it was getting thicker as the morning went on.
Yeah, it was going sour.
Like oatmeal.
And this was one of this is a really fast clip. Then there's Pat Duffy with one of his many highlights from that morning.
Yeah.
This is what he did before the baby bird.
Hey, would somebody take, now that picture is so awful, would somebody take a sip out of it, like without the Fruit Loops? Just a sip. Just a nice, thick, yogurty sip.
E-Rock's down.
E-Rock's down again. Wait, we got to explain because it's just noise for people out there.
The intern took a big mouthful sip out of Magoo's pitcher of thick, viscousy vomit.
He took a Viking swig.
A Viking swig.
And it spilled over his cheeks and chin, ran down his shirt, and splattered on the floor.
Oh, was that? See, I forget about that, too.
See, that is way grosser than the baby.
He grabbed it, like you ever see your buddy grab a pitcher of beer at the bar?
Of beer.
And he just grabs it and starts chugging out of it?
Yeah.
That's what he did with Sergeant Magoo's thick, chunky vomit. And he tipped it back so fast, thinking it was liquidy, and it went in his mouth, but a lot of it went out the sides and tumbled down his cheeks, beard, and again, right on the floor.
And there you go. That's going to be the follow-up hit to the Baby Bird video. That is up right now on Break.com on the front page. You can check out the video of what you just heard.
Have fun.
That is revolting.
It really is, man.
My stomach doesn't get turned easily. I've watched beheading videos without getting nauseous. They're upsetting, but they're not.
Yeah.
This is revolting.
Yeah.
Revolting.
All right.
Well, that was it. The end of Pat's career.
God.
There you go. All right. We're going to move on. We got Norton's ex calling your phone with some weirdness.
Just nuts.
I heard the audio. It's hilarious. We'll get into that next. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show, live from West Palm Beach.
It is an endless cycle of fiddling, and nothing is getting accomplished.
Just let this show die.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus is spreading. Opie and Anthony! In a world starving for original talent and flooded with subpar viral videos, one show unites to bring the ultimate challenge. The Opie and Anthony Video Contest, sponsored by HotMovies.com. Searching for original videos or animations no more than 3 minutes each. Submitted by email, VHS, or DVD that are centered around the cast and crew of The Opie and Anthony Show. The best Opie and Anthony themed video at the end of the contest wins $1,000, courtesy of HotMovies.com. Open to listeners 18 years of age or older. Videos will be judged on originality, humor, and relevance to The Opie and Anthony Show. It's the Opie and Anthony video contest. Go to opieandanthony.com for details. Opie and Anthony.
Anthony raised a good point in the break. Al Roker is gaining his weight back. Or was that you that said it?
I said
Anthony.
You see it?
I'm so happy. Keep eating, fat boy.
Yep. He lost a bunch of weight. His head looked like one of the California raisins. And now he's gaining it back.
See, Steve C., I saw yesterday. I was going out with my girlfriend for a walk on the beach, and we walked by young Steve coming out of the gymnasium after his hour-long workout. Steve got the stapling, and he works out. And aside from that stupid chest shaving, he looks good.
Well, a lot of these guys, they eat themselves through the operation. They get the operation, and then they slowly but surely, they didn't take care of the problem why they're overeating, so they eventually stretch out their stomach or what's left of their stomach again.
All the operation does is kill the capacity. It doesn't kill the addiction. So you have to figure out what's going on in your head before, and hopefully it'll all balance out, or you're just going to gain the weight back. You'll just retrain yourself to eat ice cream and gain all the weight back.
Cool. You should go on the circuit and speak.
Thank you.
Good luck with that.
Shut up.
But no, how I did it by Steve C.
Exactly. Thank you, Jim.
All right, we're doing it.
How to shave to look like a thin man.
Yes. Whenever I wanted to lose weight, I would shave my arms and take off 11 pounds immediately.
You are one of the hairiest guys we've ever seen, Steve.
I know. That's why
the hairiest mammals I've ever seen.
That's why I shave it all.
It's pretty unbelievable.
I donate it to primates going through chemo.
I have the body hair consistency of a rodent. I'm a small night feeder.
All right.
That's what you look like. You have the body hair of a shrew.
A shrew.
What is a shrew?
Exactly.
Thank you.
It's a little, rodent thing.
A little night mammal.
It's tiny, though, and hairy.
Just picture what's on your bathroom floor after you shave with eyes and a tail.
There it is. Hey, Jimmy, speaking of the girlfriend update? Back to frolicking on the beach?
We did some frolicking. We had our talk.
You want to maybe bring everyone on board from yesterday's conversation?
Well, yesterday my girlfriend and I had a conversation the other night where I became convinced. I convinced she would be happier if I was a bigger boy. I said to her, "You'd like me more if it was bigger." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" And she didn't give me an answer, so I was thinking she didn't want to hurt my feelings because she likes the way I'm built and blah, 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 but if I was bigger, she'd be more satisfied.
And this was after a night of passion.
Great sex.
Between you two?
Yeah.
Right.
Best ever, I'm hearing.
Well, that was what she said. It was
ever.
An amazing experience for her. She might have just had to be polite. It was
but
still
you
good.
couldn't accept that as just being that. You had to think that she had a problem with, your size.
Yes. So I asked her, and she didn't. And I talked to her yesterday, 2 days ago. This happened. I talked to her yesterday, and she said the reason she didn't answer me right away, or the reason cause I'm like, you just don't want to tell me the truth. I'm like, you just don't want to hurt my feelings. I didn't say tell me the truth, and she's like, well, no. So I'm like, oh my God, the answer is no. She's not happy with it, and she just doesn't want to ruin my self-esteem. So I was devastated. And then I talked to her, and she's like, no, the reason I asked you, what are you doing here is because you talk so much during sex, such weird stuff. I didn't know if this was part of your sex talk. And so, because the other night she had said to me, I don't want to hear things about me that you wish was different or different on other women. Meaning, she wouldn't like to hear that in bed. Meaning, why would you want me to tell you something about you that I don't think is good enough in bed sexually? She didn't know if I meant for real or being sexual. Because she asked me that in the moment. She's like, why are you doing this? What's the reason for this conversation? So I thought she meant, am I being clear or no?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm thinking she means she doesn't want to hurt me, when the reality was she was saying, I don't want to kind of go there talking sexually because it wouldn't do anything for me to talk about your body parts not being good enough.
Right.
And so we had fantastic sex yesterday. Wow. We made up. We frolicked on the beach. We both got massages.
Frolic.
She got a facial.
Oh,
yeah? And then she went down to the place.
Oh.
Yeah. Give me those ribs, everyone. Waka waka. No, she got a facial downstairs. And we had a really, really good time, and we were very loving.
Oh, that's sweet.
So you're back to normal, right?
See, I knew it.
Just a little bump in the road there, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Just a tiny little pothole.
I'm crazy. She knows I'm crazy.
You are nuts.
We had a nice talk. I apologize.
We're all nuts,
it was
though.
all on me, and I knew it was on me. And I told her why I did it, because I'm...
So now you understand the whole situation?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
Hey, speaking of girlfriends, so your ex called you?
Got a call yesterday from my ex right after the show.
Can we make it perfectly clear? I love Jimmy's ex.
I do, too.
And Jimmy loves his ex because she is nuts.
She's truly crazy. She's the only ex I'm friends with. She's actually a real friend. I mean, I don't see her that often anymore, but she is nuts. And you know you're nuts if you're listening. Erin.
Oh, yeah.
Know how they met? She came in studio because Jimmy wanted to smack a girl in the face real hard.
Right.
Yeah. And she was like, yeah, I'm up for that. I'm up for just about anything.
No, I was driving around New York. Or maybe she was in studio for something else, flashing or something. And I hear over the radio, you go, Jim Norton, if you're listening, we have a girl for you. Come in studio.
Oh, okay.
So I drove in. This is when I was real new on the show. And I was doing like 2 or 3 days a week, and she's like, she wanted to be slapped in the face for sexual purposes. And you bet I complied. And there's audio of me slapping her in the face.
Yeah.
And that night we went on our first date. She came to the Comedy Cellar to watch my show. She borrowed $20 to go out and cop drugs. And
that was Jimmy's first date with her, yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, I won't be seeing her again. She comes back an hour later. I'm like, what happened? She's like, well, I got robbed at Knife Point in Washington Square Park. So I'm like, fair enough. So then I dropped her off. She didn't tell me where she lived. She made me drop her off 2 blocks from her house so I wouldn't know where she lived. And
this is all going well.
Yeah. And then I showed her what a good boy I can be. Yeah, in the car.
There was love there.
Yeah.
For a while.
We
Because
dated
Jimmy's
for a
like,
year.
wow, man, this girl's for me.
Yeah, we dated for a year. And the fact that she's a loon and I'm a loon didn't help.
Well, you broke up because you never found time for her.
Yeah, it was one
We
of her
talked about
complaints.
that on the air. Like, you were too busy doing your stand-up night after night after night, and she just wanted you to take a day or two every once in a while and go do something with her.
And she was too busy being obsessive-compulsive and a complete psycho. I mean, we all have our own crosses to
I
bear.
understand. Like, she wasn't the one. She wasn't the one to bring to a bed and breakfast.
She probably would enjoy that, actually, because there's not people for her to say awful things around. The more people around, the more chances of a major problem occurring.
Right.
I saw her not long ago. She came to the Comedy Cellar, and I was being heckled by a family. And she was sitting there, and this guy and his stupid wife and his daughter were heckling me, and she started yelling at the family. She's nice. Yeah, yeah, she's great. She was yelling at the daughter. She's like, go back to Jersey as they're walking out. And the girl's like, we're not from Jersey. And my ex goes, yeah, but your hair is. Oh, she smashed them. She's really vicious.
We love her, man. She's a good egg. So
I got a call from her.
She called your phone?
No, I got a text message from her. She called me and she goes, why is there's a girl on the air right now calling you Muffin. That's my nickname for you. Why is somebody stealing my nickname for you and using it on the radio? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, what?
She's like, there's a girl on there talking right now about suing a boyfriend and taking him to court, and she's using my nickname for you. She's calling you Muffin. Why? She was furious. And I'm like, I couldn't hear her, but I'm like, you idiot, that's probably you. It's probably an XM replay.
A replay?
She's like, it's not me, I know my own voice. 5 minutes later, I get a text, oh my God, it's me.
What an ass.
And I text her back, I know it is, you effing maniac. And then she texts back, I was with a bunch of O's, so mad. I'm like, it's you.
She was mad at herself.
She was mad listening to herself.
Thinking it was somebody else.
Not knowing it was herself.
She had no idea, even in the context of the story, and I guess she heard her name mentioned, and then realized it was her.
Isn't she the greatest?
You know, I know a lot of people hear themselves on the air, and it doesn't sound like them. That's fine, but the story itself.
The story itself has to be familiar.
Yeah, you got to think.
On some level.
Wow, you know, that kind of sounds familiar. She's not. And then she out of the whole story and what happened, she picks a little nickname that she called you. That's what she remembered.
But she didn't remember that it was her. She knew it was her, but she didn't know it was her that said it. She thought there was some other awful girl calling me Muffin, and it just annoyed her that someone had stolen that nickname and used it.
So we got a couple voicemails here?
Oh, no, just the text. Who said voicemail?
Oh.
That's a misunderstanding. No voicemail.
What is this?
That's just the audio.
Oh, no, we don't need. That's what I was saying. We didn't need that. No, it's just a text.
There's the audio of what?
Of what she heard that made her...
Oh, she heard this. Oh, okay.
Every break, have to take a leak, drinking so much water and coffee and what have you, and all of a sudden Aaron came stumbling into the men's room because she needed to take a leak, and
Why not do it in the men's room, right?
What?
Yes.
Muffin likes to watch.
Muffin.
Did you just watch her take a leak?
Yeah. No, he likes to watch me.
Yeah, I know. That's why I asked Jim.
Muffin? Is that what you call him?
Yeah.
Cute. A little muffin.
All right, so we replayed that yesterday.
Yes.
And she thought that was another girl calling you Muffin.
Someone was calling me Muffin, and it just annoyed her that someone stole that nickname because she probably figured they heard her say it.
I'm going to call you Muffin now.
As you should. Everyone calls me Muffin. You can call me what you want, just don't call me late for dinner. Get out of here, Chubby.
All right, I guess we don't have to play the next
No. It was just a momentary aside of just that's what my life is. Having my new girlfriend convince me that my genitals are acceptable, and my ex-girlfriend thinks that somebody is calling me Muffin, and then she realizes, oh, it's me. That's what I deal with in my life. Any of you that think you have problems. The only bigger ass than my ex-girlfriend is me.
Yes. Wow, that's rough.
And Eric sent me an interesting one. I don't know if can I mention this on the air, Hawk? It was an interesting one you sent me. I didn't know it was you. Is that acceptable to mention or no?
Yeah, just mention it.
Well, I have to ask him. I respect his privacy, if not his ability in radio.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to read what you sent me? Because this was a little... Will you two stop canoodling? Steve and Eric can't stop touching each other. It's annoying me. Just a couple of men who just can't keep their dirty little hands off each other. This is the page I got. The text from Eric yesterday, but I didn't know it was him.
Yeah, it said, Jim, if you get a chance later, I got to tell you about going to Chili's today and my girlfriend almost getting denied drinks and how this stupid waiter acted throughout the meal.
Okay, so he sent me this. I didn't know what was going on.
So you went to Chili's and have a story to tell about your experience, and you had it text Jimmy.
He texted me with it, yes, yeah. But I didn't recognize it was him because I didn't have his name entered. Would you? But now I entered it.
Did he tell you, or do you know what it is?
Actually, that's why I'm bringing it up, because I'm thinking you want to tell the story on the air, but I didn't want to tell us.
So what happened at Chili's with E-Rock and his girl?
All right, so we get there, and the waiter, he's like 18. He starts IDing us for drinks. And he's looking at her license and saying, this isn't you. And she's getting all upset and saying, yes, it's me. How is this not me? And then he looks at her and says, okay, this is you, but this isn't your age. So she starts screaming at him like, how is this not my age? Finally, he doesn't want to deal with it. He gets his drinks. He comes over after every time he brought something to the table. He's doing like that waiter in Office Space in that Tchotchkes movie. He interlocks his hands. He's doing, that's awesome, with 2 double thumbs up, or snapping the fingers and pointing at you. Just all these stupid little, like, hey guys, have a good time, blah, 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 blah. And it was just driving us nuts. We were just thinking Jimmy would lose it on this guy.
Hey, Club Star Kenny, did any fans show up today?
We had a couple outside, didn't we?
Yeah, it's the usual suspects. Another fine collection of dullards.
A few guys?
Yeah, one's worse than the next.
Oh, my God.
How uncomfortable are you, E-Rock?
Dude. He told me the story, too.
Yeah, he did, huh?
With all the hand motions.
Yeah, let me tell you something. When I heard that, I'm going to see if this text puts me over in text and I get charged extra, you're paying me back for the time.
Out of principle, you're paying me
back. On that
back.
awful story, I wanted to throw hot coffee on him.
Yeah.
Not that it was bad just to mention in conversation, but the fact that he texted me like, Jim, sit down first.
Does anybody remember laughter?
Oh.
Well, Stephen from Bayshore, he writes, change E-Rock's name to Z-Z-Z-Z-Rock.
That could be the worst story ever.
It really is a story with no...
It's not even a bad story. Okay, it's just nothing. It's a vacuum of a story.
It's just a block of your life that you have to lose when listening to it. Like, for instance, this is something that's on par with that story.
Yeah.
My girlfriend and I called room service yesterday, and I wanted to get potatoes, but she wasn't sure if she wanted vegetables, so she wound up getting the vegetables, and I got the potatoes, and normally we'd split something like that.
Yeah. Here's my story. Get back to the hotel room, and I got to get to sleep. But I like having water next to the bed, and I didn't have any, so I had to wait to call room service so they could bring the water up so I could have it next to my bed when I slept. And the guy that came up and brought it was like really jovial and happy, and it was just like, it was driving me nuts that he was so happy to just be bringing water.
That's just terrific.
You want to hear my story?
Yeah, sure.
After the show, me and Keith went to lunch. I had a hamburger. He had a chicken panini sandwich.
E-Rock?
Here we go.
Got one?
Right now, Eric, your story is 4th on the list. Club Sodas is first because there's so much mystery involved. Anthony's second because it's got the sexy I'm in bed angle.
Bill from Waterford, if that E-Rock story included a recreation of the baby bird, it still would be the worst story ever.
That he texted me with that, like, Jim, remind me.
Please remind me.
You working on a show idea? Here's episode 1.
Oh, hey, Lauren.
That story would suck if it ended in everybody being shot at the restaurant.
That couldn't be a good story.
It would still stink.
There's no way that story. And then she looked out the window and we saw the Hindenburg crashing. That would have made the Hindenburg story uneventful.
That story needed a ta-da.
It was awful. But not even awful like bad. It was awful in the sense that there's something missing.
There's no substance to it.
Exactly.
E-Rock. All right, come back strong. Give us one of your screams. Off mic, though.
Come on, Hawk.
Off mic. We love the E-Rock scream. He screams until he runs out of air. It's just terrific. By the way, as he gets ready, changing gears a little bit, London, Ontario, Lori writes, sorry I'm late. Took this long to get to my computer. A lady died at our county fair this year in a marshmallow eating contest. How would you like to tell that to your grandkids? I want to see if that story's true.
Incidentally, to answer your question, I'd love to.
Yeah, no kidding. Oof. All right, E-Rock.
God.
It's the E-Rock scream, everyone. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show, live from West Palm Beach, the home of E-Rock's parents, and a lot of repressed memories.
I used to play put the spider in the bikini. And I tell you, there was a spider in your bikini. You pull off your bikini shorts.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle all the way.
It's the 2006 Homeless Shopping Spree, only on the Opie and Anthony Show. Coming soon to a snooty mall. Maybe one near you.
Whoa.
The Opie and Anthony Show will bring a busload of homeless degenerates shopping for Christmas presents. And you, of course, are invited to watch and shop along.
Golden Buns is gonna get busy.
Immerse yourself in a time-honored tradition. Enjoy the holiday spirit and the stench of booze and vomit as we partake in another homeless shopping spree on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show live from West Palm Beach, Florida. We fly to New York right after the show, and we're looking out this fine window here,
where it has been sunny and bright, and boy, that changes quickly. It is just dark clouds. I see some lightning. Well, it's looking a little grim.
And look who's happy.
Well,
the only person
smile.
happy in the room is Club Soda Kenny.
He can't wait to check the website and just do something. Here's how you talk to Kenny when you go, how are you in the morning? He'll go, I'm really good with a chance of showers.
Yeah, he's already called the airline.
Yeah.
And we're on theweatherchannel.com right now.
Is that it?
Why wouldn't we be?
Yeah.
And Kenny, what do you can see out the window? What does that look like?
It doesn't look promising, but the Florida weather moves like really quick.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be an optimist on us?
I know. What is he doing?
A little weird.
Yeah. I don't know.
What's protocol though? You see these dark clouds coming in. What are you going to do now?
We're checking out, and the weatherchannel.com says cloudy 63.
Yeah, those are clouds.
That's right.
Yeah. So they got about as much information as I do.
They're horrid clouds,
That's
they're
true.
dark clouds with lightning in them.
Well, you know, CBS could have flown you guys out earlier. I talked to him.
Yeah, Kenny, that's what we're getting at. Kenny, stop looking at the weather. We don't need a weather
relax.
forecast.
We're looking out the window.
This is what we're saying to you today. You see the dark clouds coming in, so now what? Do you call the airlines? You've got a whole thing you usually do with your OCD.
Yeah, but it's a little too early. It's only 8 o'clock. All right, maybe by another hour, 2 hours, I'll start to panic.
Start worrying about it.
Yeah. But as long as there's no lightning in the air, we should be good.
Yeah,
lightning. They shut the airport.
Oh, is that it?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
Those guys like that load the baggage and everything can't be out there if they get hit by lightning.
Oh, that's why they close the airport?
I think.
Yeah, the planes can...
First of all, I don't like the fact that he just shut me down with authority. Yes, they do. Why? Because the baggage guys are going to shock.
And then
really? I don't think so. Ew.
I think.
What are you talking about? Can't believe I just bought into his acting.
Yeah, no kidding.
No, because if you say something with authority, people believe you.
It worked. I tried. It didn't work.
I would assume airports probably have some of the best lightning prevention equipment, bar none.
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah, no, they probably got good stuff.
Hey, speaking of airports, thanks, Kenny.
Good stuff.
All right.
What's up with this X-ray thing? You were a little worried about this X-ray thing.
This popped up a while ago, but it's kind of making a resurgence. I want to run people through these X-ray machines, and weapons show up really clearly in these things, but so does the rest of you. You kind of show up like a marshmallow figure, very white, and the weapons show up very dark on you, so you can see a gun if someone's hiding it, explosives, anything. But you could see your junk, and you could see women's, boobs. And it looks like you're walking through this thing naked in a very overexposed kind of negative. But you can see very clearly your private areas. So they had a picture of a guy there on the Drudge Report, and you saw a gun, but you also saw his junk. So I'm just thinking how embarrassing that would be to walk through, because now you got to try to, present yourself a little better. You got to maybe, before you walk through, kind of maybe get your girl, maybe get yourself to kind of work it. They should have fluffers at the airport, perhaps, to cut down on the embarrassment factor.
Would you really be bothered by it, though? I could care less.
You could care less.
I think if you're hung like an acorn, then you're like, oh, God,
But there are sometimes you are. And then sometimes, you're of the proportions you're supposed to be, and then sometimes you're well above. Depends on your mood, the temperature, your nerves. A lot of people get nervous at the airport. Security, that whole thing gets them a little nervous, and there could be some shrinkage. And you don't think they're going to save some of these pictures and go, look at this guy. Look at this pathetic mess.
But they can't match it up with you, because you don't know what the person really looks like after he's gone.
I don't know.
But critics, including the ACLU, of course, say the machine can display graphic images of nude bodies, and its use will pave the way, once again, a bunch of douchebags and the slippery slope argument will pave the way to widespread abuse of the images taken, with some possibly being posted or traded onto it. We have penises. Sorry. It's a part of our bodies. Women have vaginas and breasts. So what?
Yeah,
I would rather have somebody see my wiener than be blown up on a plane at 30,000 feet. God, are we that uptight? Are we that uptight about our genitals that we're afraid someone's going to see an image of them? And first of all, who is posting this X-ray crap when you can get anything you want pornographically? You can download Paris Hilton, and somebody's going to want the penis of a man who went through an airport screening.
You might have a special fetish, Jimmy. I don't know. You're into X-ray photos.
But you can't identify by faces.
No, it's ridiculous.
If we're going to prevent people from smuggling, or God forbid, a C4 eventually being inside, I don't know. I don't mind if they see my little dingle.
And while we're on the subject of airport security, we were driving down to Boca last night.
Yeah.
And Anthony was watching Hannity and Combs on his little phone. Just a terrific little piece of gadgetry.
Oh, I love it.
You were
Just
doing
watch
that,
Fox News.
and I was playing GTA Vice City Stories.
Got to stay entertained.
I didn't feel like knowing what's going on in the world.
So much in Hannity and Combs, and they're doing a story on these 5 imams. Whatever they are, clerics, these highly religious Muslim peoples that apparently a while back got in a bit of trouble. They were praying before they were boarding a plane. So they're in the airport, they pull their rugs out, and they face Mecca, and they start praying, and they were denied the flight. They were pulled off the plane because passengers were nervous.
Good.
Then they start this whole thing where they're going to sue, blah, blah, blah. Their rights were infringed upon.
Wait,
now the police report came out.
They pulled out the rugs where?
At the airport.
Right at the airport.
Right at the airport. Before they boarded the plane. They did this. You know where you're sitting in your seats waiting at the gate?
Right.
They pull their rugs out.
Where you're waiting at the gate and you're looking around going,
yeah, which one?
All right.
Yeah.
All right, this isn't a bad crew. I think we're
everyone looks
right.
suspicious. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They pull out their rugs. 5 guys pull out the rugs, and that's pretty much what the news printed.
Yeah, I want to make that perfect. That's crazy, man.
That's what the news printed. Now, here's what the police report has in it, and here's a few more details that weren't printed in the news. 5 guys, 1 bag between all of them. All of them one-way tickets. Don't know where it was to, but all of them just one-way tickets.
Maybe they were going on a mancation.
Mancation. Yeah, mancation. So, one of them has a ticket for first class. The rest don't. So they all board with the first class guy and then distribute themselves around the entire aircraft. Then they ask for seatbelt extensions where none of them need seatbelt extensions. They're not fat. You know, fat people need the seat. So now they got what amounts to a nunchuck. It's a strap with a heavy belt on the end of it. Some type of weapon.
You could choke someone out with that easily.
Choke someone out.
Easily.
Put it this way. You have just a little bit more than everyone else has now to swing around and do this. Regardless now if it was all innocent or not, there are enough red flags going up in this situation that 5 passengers, separate passengers, alerted the pilot, some of the flight crew. The pilot then came out, talked to these people, and it's his decision. It's his ship. He makes the final decision. No, I don't want them on the plane.
Good.
And the whole cabin started applauding as these men were stood up and taken off the aircraft. Apparently also during their prayer, they were heard by multiple passengers saying, down with America, saying positive Saddam Hussein things, along with their prayers that they're, entitled to be able to do at the airport or wherever the hell they want to. It just, enough red flags there popped up, like you'd have to be an idiot to sit there, watch this happening, and not say something.
I don't believe those guys. I think they were doing something to have a lawsuit.
Hey, that's what they said last night, too.
Oh.
That's what they said on Hannity and Combs. Very smart of you, Jimmy.
They're just testing the system.
They said they were either going to do something, or they're making trouble, trying to get this ACLU and make a suit and do something like that.
Real terrorists would never behave that way. They look like Americans. They would never be over the top that way.
Yeah.
And you know what? Look, I'm sorry for most Muslims, but other guys who are doing stuff in the name of Islam, what do you expect? How are we supposed to? They're the ones saying we're doing this in the name of Islam. We don't say that. What do you want us to do?
When you're in a plane that's plummeting, heading toward the ground, the last thing you want to do is go, I should have done something. I should have said something because I felt there was a problem.
Where was this story, by the way?
This was in the news a while ago, maybe a couple of months ago.
Oh, okay.
Initially, but then some details started coming out that it wasn't so innocent.
And Hannity just shut that guy up.
Oh, because there was one guy
in the car last night.
Oh, there was one guy, and he's like, "This is the slippery slope, and these people have a right to religion, and you're making people paranoid." And he jumped out right on top of Hannity. Hannity turns around and goes, "Hey,
Hey.
I haven't even introduced you yet. Quiet.
How great
like
is that?
jumped on him. I started laughing my ass off.
Isn't it
like,
amazing?
Good for you, Sean.
The ACLU screaming, these people have a right to religion, are the same people that scream about separation of church and state. I know they're different issues, but they just have no allegiance to anything. They say it's their allegiance to the Constitution, but they're just phonies. How about this? In this X-ray screening thing, will pave the way to widespread abuse. How about this? You pass a law that says you can't post this or you can't do that, and then if it gets abused, you deal with it in court.
Yeah.
How about that?
Hey, is this possible? Someone on the instant feedback, Scott, he writes, this was a feeler mission to see how far they could get away with things.
I've thought that,
They were
too.
scouts gathering information.
I thought that, too, but I don't believe that.
Why dress like that?
Exactly.
Why pray at the, they should have been.
Yeah, if you're gathering info, you're not going to start by dressing the part.
You don't want to raise eyebrows again.
Right.
That's the last thing Islam wants to do. Not Islam, but the guys that are plotting things don't want to test it by raising
You'd
eyebrows.
be testing other scenarios, not the obvious one like this.
They'd be testing, like, if one guy...
Like maybe if I wear a New York Yankees hat.
If one guy is weird and they throw him off. I thought one time there was a Muslim-looking guy behaving so weirdly. He's like looking over his shoulder. Remember that guy, Kenny? I'm like, this guy is a distraction. He wants people to look at him for that guy and that guy. I got a little paranoid. But look, when it happens time and time again with the same group, you're going to get paranoid.
Yeah,
of course.
Don't be mad at us. Look, when old Jews or Chinese people start taking down planes, believe me, I'll look at them too.
Yep.
That's human nature. Hey, really fast, we talked about this before the break. Woman dies after marshmallow eating contest.
Oh, it's the greatest story
I know
ever.
we just threw it into reverse here. I understand, but we found the story. A woman is dead after choking during a marshmallow eating contest at the Western Fair in London, Ontario. The 32-year-old woman died in hospital Wednesday, a day after collapsing off stage during a Chubby Bunny competition.
Chubby Bunny competition.
Speaking of Al Roker.
Coming to the Opie and Anthony show, the Chubby Bunny contest. What is the Chubby Bunny competition?
It says the contest features people stuffing one marshmallow at a time into their mouths, then saying Chubby Bunny
Pretty funny.
until they can't say it anymore. The person who gags, chokes, or spits out the marshmallows loses.
Can we do a Chubby Bunny contest tomorrow in New York City?
I say we do.
Tomorrow.
Apparently it kills people.
We have to we'll have any, I guarantee they didn't have any medical personnel on set.
It said emergency crews who arrived on the scene tried to help the unconscious woman.
Yeah.
So, probably nothing on scene. But couldn't remove the blockage in her throat.
Yeah.
She was revived at the hospital, but later died.
Yeah. What an awful little body she has. Chubby Bunny, I can't breathe.
Chubby Bunny. And then, she said it, shove another marshmallow in your mouth.
Yeah.
Another one.
Dudes, look, it's not original. Let's go right on record, but we have to do the Chubby Bunny.
You want Chubby Bunny contest?
More than I want
have
oxygen.
to do it.
God, if someone died.
We need EMTs on scene.
We got those guys. They're hardcore
we got our
fans.
guys.
They'll show up. They're not chewing or swallowing. They just got to kind of...
No, that's the problem.
Chubby Bunny.
Chubby Bunny.
I guess one full of, spit toward the back of her throat, like one of the first ones she put in.
Yeah.
Kind of, they get slippery, slip down her throat, and lodged in her windpipe.
Maybe she was fat and nobody wanted the Heimlich her.
Give her a Heimlich. You can't get your arms around her.
Yeah.
You got to do 10 people doing a ring around the rosy around her. All right, pull.
Looks like Hands Across America.
All right, look. Take this back to New York with us.
Chubby Bunny. Let's run it through the Institute. See if it works.
Yeah,
the
we'll
O&A Labs.
Exactly.
We'll try it out at the O&A Lab, and we'll see if we bring it to the public.
Eric, we may use you as a guinea pig as a punishment for that story. You're going to have to do Chubby Bunny, but not with marshmallows. We're all going to stand in front of you.
All right, here's the... Jimmy, you got it, though. Tomorrow in New York, you're testing out the Chubby Bunny live on our show. We're not even gonna do it in the lab. We're gonna try it out in front of everybody.
Right out.
I want someone there to make sure that Eric doesn't choke.
Well,
we'll get the EMTs.
I don't want young Hawk dying on the air. I don't need that on my conscience.
So the deal is you throw a marshmallow in your mouth. You're not chewing or anything. You're just getting it in there, and then you have to say Chubby Bunny.
And then once you do it, another marshmallow goes in.
And then another.
And then another. And you can't swallow any of them or chew them or nothing until your mouth is so full that you can't say it. But it's a competition.
And here come the marshmallow jokes for me.
Yeah,
of course. Sure.
Oh, boy.
Of course
no, I did not try the Chubby Bunny another way back in Geneseo, you asses.
Chubby Bungie.
I have to use the restroom. I have to use the restroom.
What?
Oh, is that what you grabbed the paper for,
And by
to do
the
a little
way,
reading?
Yeah, can you tell the Duchess of York behind me that I'm going to be squeezing by him with that awful sitting pose? You can see Club Soda Kenny right now. Hey, Rula Lenska, I got to go to the bathroom if you don't mind.
Lenska.
Oh my God! He crosses his legs.
His legs are crossed. He has a hand on one knee, and his big right arm, his big phone book head caver in her, is propped up on the back of the seat, and he's resting his head like he's like Da Vinci is going to paint him, like he's a Rubenesque woman. That sitting pose, if I ever catch you doing that again, I'll throw my waist on you.
He's ready for his portrait.
That's exactly what he looks like. It's awful.
People are pointing out, though, that he is monitoring the weather.
Yes, he is.
He's sitting by that window,
He's
and
obsessed.
the worse the weather gets, the happier Kenny is.
Of course.
All right, Club Soda Warhol. I'm going to go use the restroom.
Adam on Long Island, what's up?
I have participated in Bunny contest.
Adam. Wait,
Yes.
this one.
There you go. How you doing there, Adam?
Well, terrific. How about you?
Good.
All right, what do you got, Adam?
I, too, have participated in Chubby Bunny contests. We've done over 20. Nobody has ever gotten hurt. Nobody has ever died. Nobody has ever choked. However, the spit-ups have been pretty horrendous.
You got to be a loser to die from a Chubby Bunny competition. hey, where do you guys do the Chubby Bunny contest?
Actually, it's been a group of friends, mostly drunk, hanging out. You know, it just seemed like a good idea at the time. You're bombed off your butt,
And people gag on it, or?
no, I haven't seen anybody gag. I mean, there's like a little bit of coughing involved, and usually, you know, when the marshmallows come up, it's pretty horrendous.
Oh, they're all wet and ugh.
You have no idea, man. It is heinous. It is heinous. But if you want me to come down, I will be more than willing.
No.
It's Jim. In a Chubby Bunny contest. I am dropping the gauntlet.
Shut up!
No, we've got it, my friend.
Chubby Bunny with guys not hot. We're looking for girls to do the Chubby Bunny contest. What we are going to do tomorrow, though, is we're going to have E-Rock try it out to see what we need to do for the actual contest. All right? Mikey in New York, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey,
you guys are talking about how those five guys were so obvious, being like, you know, dressed up like Muslims and everything else.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Their plan worked. You guys paid attention to the 5 idiots that dressed up like it, but you didn't see the other 3 idiots that got on board.
Yeah, but
maybe that was it, a distraction.
But the plane landed safely.
I used to be an
Maybe it
air
was
marshal.
test.
I'm a retired air marshal.
Oh, okay.
And the crap that they pull.
Shoot the hostage.
I'll tell you, there was times I was on a plane, I just wanted to walk down the aisle and just drill a guy on just general principle.
How are you a former air marshal? How old are you?
I'm 48.
Oh, I was going to say, what'd you do wrong?
Nothing. I retired. That's what I did right.
All right.
So you think it was a distraction, but the plane ended up landing safely.
Yeah, but it could have been a test run, like they were seeing if
run?
that worked. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point.
And it's everything that they do that you think is like stupid and retarded is a test. They do so much stuff every day, all over the place, that you don't even hear a third of an eighth of what goes on at airports.
Wow. Do we have to have this discussion before we fly today?
You keep an eye out. You know something? They better have a whole goddamn plane full of them then. Because any shenanigans get started, and that's when people get killed in the planes. People sit on them. The whole crew gets up and starts punching people in the face.
That's like with like these El Al Airlines, Israeli Airlines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you got up and you started mouthing off to a stewardess, the entire plane would kick your ass.
Right.
And the stewardess would look at you and go, "What were you thinking?"
And then they'd all try to represent him in a case.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mikey.
Have a good one.
All right, there you go. We're going to step aside here. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Live from West Palm Beach, Florida, it's the Opie and Anthony Show.
This is so awful. It's just great radio.
Yeah, what? Sure.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Went all right for you, Jimmy?
Let's just say this. It looked like 2 of the 3 Temptations.
And with that, we say, hey, we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. We've done a lot today. We got more to do. Kind of looking on the prep sheet here. We got to decide. We got Stephen Hawking saying humans must leave Earth to survive. We got NASA. They're building a base camp on the moon. They're saying that this is going to be done in 20 years. Old people still do it. Of course they do.
Yeah.
We just don't know. We just don't want to hear about it, right?
How many old people are really doing it?
Dude, the Viagra.
Yeah, but
they had the stories come out where
they gotta have women that are willing and able.
Well, that's the problem. The women have been coming out of the woodwork going, oh, my God, I curse Viagra because my life was fine. I spent many, many years having sex with my husband, and it was great, and we had kids. We had a great, healthy sex life. But then, you know, you get older, and you kind of fade into some other stuff with your relationship, and then they invent this Viagra, and then the guys are back at it with them, and they're just not into it anymore.
Well, you fade into other stuff like what, cancer? Good for these old guys. Let your golden years be filled with humiliating her like you did through your younger years.
The old codgers.
Exactly.
That just reminds me of those HBO shows again.
Wow.
You know, whenever they do that real sex on HBO.
Do they still do Real Sex, by the way?
I don't know if they're still doing it or just rerunning old ones, but they seem like they're all the same.
Yeah.
They have the one with the elderly, you know? Like they go to a place because they always have to go to someone's house that seems to be the know-it-all,
some hippie, freak.
Old hippie broad, and the old people go there and it's to like rekindle their love life because their sex life has gone down the tubes over the years, and they go there and they're all together in one room laying on a floor, and the woman, the know-it-all hippie broad, is telling them what to do. Now, and they're naked. They're all just nude, looking just like awful, like material hanging off the end of a table, like doilies, their bodies. And they're like rubbing each other. Now, give your husband a back rub, and just these translucent, veiny hands rubbing this back with skin tags all over it is just not sexy.
She's the sex coach, right?
Yeah, she's the sex coach. And then they show, you know, them getting into areas that are a little more sensitive than just their back. And that's when the grandpa's laying there and he goes like, oh. Oh. And you just hear this room of grandpas moaning. And these old broads putting their hands where they haven't been in years. Oh, that's it. Very good.
Mildred.
Very good, Myrtle. Oh. Myrtle, you're doing a fine job. Oh.
She got the grandchildren's charm bracelet dangling.
Yeah. 8 grandchildren tinkling away. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle.
Clink, 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 clink,
clink, clink, clink. Oh, they're going to have to be washed because one slipped and kind of went somewhere.
Why do you have one black
stinky
grandchild? Forget it.
Hey, we should get
into those shows. Watch them every time.
They highlighted a couple little sentences, but this thing is worth reading from the beginning. They're looking for love and learning some harsh lessons. Oh. The truth about elderly sex and the consequences.
Elderly sex.
November 30th, 2006. At the Pinhole? It looks like Pinhole, but it's at the Pinhole Senior Center in Northern California. There are lots of gray-haired folks huddled around the computer these days.
Uh-oh, what do they do?
Oh, no. Contrary to expectations, they're not there to learn how to email their more tech-savvy grandchildren. No, these grandmas and grandpas are looking for love on the Internet.
How about they have some dignity and just go online and search for burial plots? Work out the inheritance and move on. Selfish.
Betty Pluck. Or Pleek.
Pluck.
I don't know. You pronounce it. P-L-E-I-C-H. Betty Pleek. Betty. Betty, a 75-year-old widow, is open to the possibilities of Internet dating.
But she was hot when she was nose art on a bomber. Enough with Betty.
She says she couldn't imagine her grandmother searching the web for a beau, but this generation is different.
Beau.
I think we want to get out and go. Pleach says, we don't want to sit back in the rocking chair. We want to spread our wings still at this age.
Yeah, and those are wings with gravity. Ugh. Old dusty wings.
And she's, I'd always heard that colored gentlemen were built a certain way. And I joined this website, and they certainly are.
It was all so forbidden back then. Now, I'm open to anything.
Yeah, one in the front. Two, each hand. You can be a 5-holer.
Just a disgusting whore of a granny.
Hey, whatever happened to our old stripper friend? Wasn't she in her 70s and still stripping, and we got her to do it in front of a live audience a few times? What was her name
Which
again?
one was that?
Not Sandy. There was another one.
Not the piano player.
That held up for her age, anyway. Remember she had like really nice boobs for a 70-something-year-old, and I don't even think they were implants.
I can't remember.
I'm sure Steve still has the videos up on FoundryMusic.com somewhere.
Sandy actually held up for her age if she's 600. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
And I was waiting to get that one out.
Yeah,
Wow. Oh, man.
Yeah, well.
That was.
You might want to go back into the bathroom and see if you could plunge up your sense of humor.
That was.
Nothing? Jeez, I thought that was.
If she's 600.
Okay, terrific.
Yeah, all right. Well, hey.
Kenny's hair actually blew by after that joke.
All right. He recovers.
Of course I do.
I hope
pull
it
myself
rains
out of a ditch.
I hope it rains on that stupid head of his so we can see that afro. I know he has an afro.
Of course it does.
When you add water to that hair, it just goes boom.
I know. He's not a cop anymore. He's starring in Cooley High. I'm Lawrence Hilton Jacobs.
Hey, you want to go on with this here? Love lessons. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The online dating class is taught by Connie Acton and her boyfriend of 8 years, Tom Bowie. Connie is 74. Tom is 70.
Nice.
They met when he attended her basic computer class.
Ew.
I remember when I was a kid and I looked at my mother. She remarried when she was 49, and I thought, what for? You're 49. You're almost dead. Now I'm looking at her and thinking she was a kid almost at 49. With their full, active, and busy lives, today's older adults want a partner to share it with.
Active and busy.
Yeah.
So busy about being a burden.
Exactly. I'm busy walking in a circle and calling people who'd rather not hear from me because I'm a reminder of their mortality.
Hey, they're saying 70 is the new 40.
Yeah, sure is it really?
Yeah, they're saying that, Jimmy.
Good, then I can't wait to see these 40-year-olds in coffins because I'm tired of them.
Busy.
They're slow driving.
Putting flat spots on tennis balls on their walkers. That's what they're busy doing.
That also means having a robust sex life well into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s.
No way. Stop it.
You want to have a sex life? Check yourself into a home and then lay face down while the orderly makes his rounds at 2 in the morning. How's that? Guy that looks like Bubba Smith will tear off your awful jammies and straighten you out better than your husband ever did.
You think? Oh God! You think in some of those situations the old broad goes, what the hell?
What the hell?
Of course she does.
What am I gonna do anyway? Fight him off?
Feed tube in her mouth.
Let's see. Okay. It also means confronting a harsh reality of the modern world. Sexually transmitted diseases.
Stop it already.
Grandma's
Just
getting the
stop.
clap.
There are barely any diseases going on with the old people as far as the screwing goes.
Yeah, when you get everything dried up, you know.
Unless they're transmitting osteoporosis through their seed.
Wear a condom. I don't want to get Alzheimer's. Have unprotected sex. Next thing you know, you're forgetting everybody's name.
Here we go. Safe sex after 60. I see older people who think sexually transmitted diseases are for the young. Says Dr. blah, 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 assistant blah, 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 at blah, 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 blah.
Here
blah,
comes
blah.
a stat.
We don't get gonorrhea. We don't get chlamydia. We don't get HIV, her patients tell her. However, Dr. Blah, blah, blah says that's a fallacy. Patients often are too shy to ask their doctors difficult sexual questions. So doctors need to ask them directly, she says. I say, how's your sex life? And then wait for the answer. And that normalizes and makes it much easier for an older woman to say, well, there's some issues that I want to talk to you about.
Every time I sit on a seat, the cushion comes up with me. Is that unhealthy?
Dr. Blunt, she has this book, What Your Mother Never Told You About Sex. Oof. It's blunt about asking her patients if they're practicing safe sex. It could save their lives. Oof. But you're 70, you're 80, you're 90.
Age isn't going to waste his time on you if you're 85 years old. Age would have mercy for you. Would just show up and sit there. Background carrier.
I love this. Stats show that although the highest number of new HIV cases is people in their 30s and 40s, there are now more patients being diagnosed in their 50s than in their 20s. Well, of course, there's a little more education with people in their 20s. And people in their 50s are in that prime age where they were banging unprotected when it was really going on. Back in the 70s, old disco thing, little snorts, some unprotected sex, Studio 54.
70s? Those people aren't that old yet.
Let me think.
If
they were in their 20s in the 70s,
in their mid-50s?
Yeah, then they're in their 50s. That's what they're saying.
Oh, okay.
More people being diagnosed in their 50s
I'm sorry.
than in their 20s.
I misunderstood you there, and I'm sorry about that. I was thinking more speakeasy time for some of these people. So once they're practicing safe sex, Dr. Hutcherson says it's time to make sure they're having enjoyable sex. Sex is lifelong, she says. You can never give up on something that is so important. That surprises many old people who've been led to believe their sex drive lessens or dies out later in life. It surprised Joan Price so much when she fell in love at age 57 that she was moved to write a book. It's titled Better Than I've Ever Expected, Straight Talk About Sex After 60.
Can I say the one line back here that you jumped over this paragraph and it just creeps me out?
Yeah, go ahead.
The book has gone to a second printing. It also led to a blog in which middle-aged and older men and women write for some straight sex talk, everything from when is too soon to become intimate with a new man after a spouse dies to reclaiming sexuality after cancer.
Wow, that is hot stuff.
What fun reading that must be.
Well, why don't we have that reading in front of us?
I would love to know.
Why don't we have that reading in front of us? Let's try to find that blog.
And to answer the question, how long do you become intimate after a spouse dies? I say an hour. I say while you're still crying and wailing on his chest in the hospital, an orderly should come up behind you. That's right. Back to the orderly jokes. We never leave them. We only place them aside for a second. I can't believe it, Irving. What are you doing, sir?
Now 63, Joan is a newlywed. She met her husband Robert when he took her line dancing. Class. When he took her to a line dancing class. The sex? Well, she's happy to report that it's never been better.
At 63,
never been.
Her
better.
sex has never been better.
A liar.
She has had an awful life of what? Rape everywhere she goes. Like everything was just a rape.
Well, once my husband Attila died.
Yeah, what the hell? At 63, better than ever. Stop it.
I had expected as a young person that old people, A, didn't have sex, B, if they did, they didn't enjoy it because it was something that young people did, she says. And then when I fell in love at age 57, I was amazed at how wonderful it was, not only being in love, but also our sex life.
Oh, I hope her husband's one of those guys that bilk old broads for their money.
Yeah.
His just leaves one day.
Hey, did you just say ugh?
Yeah.
That's how this...
No, he said bilk.
Well, you went, ugh. Yeah, well, I asked that, Jimmy, because that's how the article ends.
Oh.
If anyone out there is saying, ugh, about older people having sex lives, Joan Price says, just wait. And Dr. Hutcherson admonishes people to never give up on love and sex. It should never, never be something you just lock in a closet and say, those days are over. We got to find that blog.
Never, huh? Do you see some of these people walking around with the walkers and on the Little Rascals? You think those people can't just say never and forget about it and think of it as a thing of the past? Granny walking around with a 4-prong cane, those orange bright tennis balls on that walker. the new walker with the handbrakes, so Granny don't go rolling down the hill.
Hey, the walkers help, though.
Yeah,
but she can lean forward nicely.
Oh, you're thinking for a sexual
she's ready for
device?
doggy anywhere she goes.
Nice.
Anywhere she goes.
You and your 8 friends get behind her.
Could I have a package of condoms? And I need some KY and 14 tennis balls. We're really going to wear them out tonight.
Just sliding on the linoleum.
Yeah. Let's go to Josh in Florida. Josh.
Morning,
her
boys.
mangy
Sorry I
poodle
couldn't
watching the whole thing.
Hold on, Josh.
Hey, go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, that's all right, Josh. Go ahead.
I just wanted to let you guys know you guys talking about how old people don't get sexually transmitted diseases. There was an outbreak of, I think it was chlamydia, at a retirement town called The Villages a couple months back.
The Villages. Really?
Well,
Yeah.
we got to find that now too. I gotta learn about this.
Here's the stat I love is the one that says the elderly are the fastest growing population getting HIV.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, let's look at the stats. And they say, well, it's up 100% from last year. And then you look and realize one had it last year.
Now
this
two
year,
have it.
2 have it.
Yeah, that's why.
It's
That's why stats stink.
Stats are ridiculous.
If you go inside the stats a little and just look around,
Yeah.
you realize how ridiculous
Take
stats
a little
are.
peek.
When you're in your 70s, if you have chlamydia, all you got to do is cough and it falls out.
Hey, it's not going to get better than that. We got to get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to do the walk to the fine balcony out there. Check out the dark rain clouds here in West Palm Beach. And then
Is it cold out there? Or
and
is
then
it...
we'll come back in about 10 minutes, and we'll continue on XM Satellite Radio.
Right.
All right. Hey, tomorrow on the show, we're going to do the Chubby Bunny contest with E-Rock.
Chubby Bunny.
He's going to try it out, and then we're gonna get some girls to do the Chubby Bunny contest. All right.
I want E-Rock to be monitored. I want him safe. I don't
Yeah,
want him
we got some EMT guys in New York. They'll come by and see what's going on. Also, don't forget the second video from the eggnog drinking contest has made its way to break.com. We're pushing break.com big time because they were there for us when we needed them.
That's right, man.
Unlike YouTube panicked and just canceled all the eggnog drinking contest videos, and now they're finally deciding that the videos are okay for their fine site. Go screw.
Ooh, language.
Go S in your hat.
Ooh, language.
So we promote Break.com. The second video, that would be Sergeant Magoo filling up a beer pitcher with his own puke and then pouring it over Fruit Loops and then eating the Fruit Loops. Not only did he do that, also Pat Duffy ate Sergeant Magoo's puke Fruit Loops concoction. Well, the video's now up on Break.com on the front page. How cool is that? Very cool.
Very cool.
All right, guys. We had a lot of fun down here in West Palm Beach. We're going to continue from here, but we got to say goodbye to the locals, obviously.
Yes.
And the gang at the Buzz. They really, in the end, they were really good to us, man.
And thank you to CBS, by the way, for that gift bag. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just can't wait to use my calculator / memo book. I'd like to smash your face with it. Whoever's idea it was to get those gift bags, I'm going to smash your face.
That's for general managers, you know. They live boring lives.
How awful.
Number crunching.
They got a golf shirt that has the CBS logo on it. They're very excited today.
How about next year you give everyone shotguns with tow attachments and CBS on the barrel?
All right, we're out of here, man.
We'll see you back in New York.
If you're not joining us on XM, we'll see you in New York tomorrow. Thank you.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show, live from West Palm Beach.
That's just those guys having fun again.
La, 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 la. All right.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
All right, we're back on XM Satellite Radio, live from West Palm Beach, Florida, as the rain moves in here.
Getting a little rain.
It's going to be an interesting day of flying. Hopefully no delays getting out of here.
You know what's above all this? Nice sunny day.
Oh, isn't that the best?
Nice sunny day when you get up there.
When you can leave the crappy weather and all of a sudden you break through the clouds and it's always sunny up there.
Then you got to come back down into... Yuck.
Never a cloudy day up there, ever.
No. Once you get up there, it's nice and clear.
Right.
You keep going, And then it's out of space.
Hey, I got to say hi to Bob Hates You from New Hampshire.
Bob Hates You?
On the instant feedback, he writes, I was just in my car and did not have my satellite radio, so I was stuck listening to regular radio. I turned you on and heard the worst 20 minutes of radio ever.
All right.
Do us all a favor and die.
Mm-hmm.
I am now home and have my Sirius on. This is so much better.
Ah.
A, how would he know where to send this if he wasn't familiar with the show?
Right.
B, why would you listen for 20 minutes? See, Bob's a liar. That's why I don't like Bob.
You are a lying sack of shit, my friend. You obviously listen to this program. Like Jimmy pointed out, how do you know where to go? Why would you even comment? If you just listened for 3 minutes and didn't like what you heard, you would turn it off and then just go about your business. Find something else, go home and turn on your crap unit and listen to that.
Yeah, he made believe he just stumbled on our show.
I stumbled. Whoa, what is this? I got to listen to 20 minutes.
Speaking of Sirius, you see the bad news?
No, what?
Lowering expectations.
Oh,
boy, what happened to the Howard factor?
They said that their sales for so far since Thanksgiving for the Christmas season, not quite what they thought they were going to be. Yeah.
You laugh every time.
Yeah, retail sales since the Thanksgiving weekend have been less than expected. And they're going to be seeing less subscribers by year's end than they expected. And Mel Karmazin had to say in a statement, this year's retail sales results since Thanksgiving weekend have not been at the pace we had anticipated.
Good.
Aw, what happened? Where's all those millions of listeners Howie's bringing in?
I want to know, how could you focus on that statement from Mel Karmazin when you're too busy just checking out those crazy eyebrows of his?
Oh, I know.
It's like,
how do you look at them?
It's like, what are you saying? I'm looking at the caterpillars above your eyes. So there you go. The Howard factor is officially over.
What happened?
And even the company is admitting that. And
they're moving in new directions. From what I read, they're not emphasizing Howie as much. Mel himself has said that Sirius, it's not all about Howard. There's plenty of great stuff. Yeah, great. It's not all about Howard until the bottom line comes out and you realize how much they're paying him.
Well,
then it is all about him.
And they got a huge ad campaign that hit the airwaves, and they don't mention Howard at all. They realize they got to move on from the stupid Howard thing finally.
They got to try to get new listeners for other reasons than just Howard. For a year, they've just been pushing this Howard thing. What happened was the hardcore, dedicated fans that still call up radio shows and Larry King and say Baba Booey,
yeah.
They are the ones that signed up. Once that happened, after a couple of months, they got some stragglers, and then it just dried up. They thought they were going to get these new listeners out of somewhere. Where is Howard getting new listeners from? Everyone knows his act. Everyone knows what he does. It's not like a whole batch of new people are going to go, oh, I've never heard of this guy. Let me check it out. So it's done. So now they got to, what they're doing now is kind of steering away and going, okay, we realize that. Let's concentrate now on music and other things that we can put on the air.
Football, which stinks on radio. Why would you buy a football package when there's only 16 games a year, you dumb motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Baseball, there's 160-something. You drive it on a Tuesday, you listen to the game. No one listens to fucking football on the radio. You have Dish Network or whatever you have, and you watch it at home. Nobody fucking listens to football.
It's hard to listen to football on the radio. I love hockey. That's really hard to listen to on the radio.
It's impossible.
Baseball is pretty much the only sport you could listen to on the radio and really visualize what's going on.
It's the right pace, It's the right, it's just the right game for radio.
Because there's so many of them, it's a weeknight sport. So a lot of times you're driving the kids, or maybe you have to go, there's a surprise ass fucking somewhere. You got to get there quick.
Hey, I got to go back here. Scott from Japan. This is why we have the greatest listeners in radio, because when we miss an obvious thing, they pick right up on it. And
good for them.
And they're right there for us. Scott from Japan writes, I think that instant feedback user complaining about you and praising Sirius has an outlying embedded joke. He couldn't bring the Sirius with him because it was in its own IT room, complete with cooling fans. And that's why he was in the car without his satellite radio.
Yeah, why doesn't he have it in his car?
Maybe his trailer hitch broke. And by the way, I inadvertently mentioned Dish Network, and we're not on Dish Network.
No.
We're on DirecTV.
Yeah.
So let me say, for the record, that I think that Dish Network is just a bunch of cunt faces.
But we do live reads for that other company when we're on regular radio.
Oh, do we?
Do you?
That's the football pool.
I say cunt faces with all love.
Yeah,
I love cunts. I've met people from Dish Network. I lick their faces. We laugh and laugh.
They gave us $10,000, so you might want to give them a little love.
10 G's? That's nothing. I spend more than that on a prostitute.
Spit on that money.
I give her a fucking $8,000 just to eat my ass and finger it and laugh about it later.
There you go. Hey,
why did I say that? It wasn't funny. It was just dirty.
But now that was, so you set up your own funny. Hey, just want to remind people we're going to be on Jay Leno December 21st.
Mm-hmm.
And now there are rumblings. This is just the greatest, how things are spun constantly. Now there's rumblings that Howie's going to be on Letterman possibly the same day.
Oh.
And now they're saying the reason we're not doing Letterman a second time is because Howard swooped in, whatever.
Are you shitting me?
And they bumped us to get the king of all nothing.
Right, that's what happened.
On Letterman.
Yeah, that's what happened.
No, there was a huge battle that went on behind the scenes, and in the end, Ant and I decided that, hey, we did it on the Letterman. We're going to see what we could do on Leno.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
why can't we just do both? We have no problem with anybody.
And Leno's been at it, been trying to get us on for over a year, maybe even longer than that.
And Leno's been a supporter since day one.
And, you know, Letterman, they promised us we'd be back on in December, but they never gave us a concrete date. And then when they found out Leno was going to, throw us on the 21st, well, the date was was it going to be the 18th or the 21st? It turns out to be the 21st. Then Letterman's people came aboard and said, well, hey, we'll throw you on December 21st. That is the real story. You're going to hear other bullshit as we move on.
And I'm going out there with you.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep, and I said it yesterday, I'll say it again today. There's no reason for me to be out there, but it's Christmas time.
Right.
And I want a free trip. So what do you think of that, Hugh? How about them apples?
Jim, you're cordially invited. Cordially.
But I can't even pretend. So Anthony was so nice, and I said I wanted to go out. He goes, you could be a liaison.
Liaison.
You don't need a liaison.
Between the show.
Are you kidding me? Yes.
Liaison.
In all honesty, all I will be is one more person standing in the dressing room eating off your fruit plate.
Wow.
Which is a euphemism, by the way, from eating your cocks and balls. Once again, when you lack humor, go for cock and ball jokes. Fucking one-trick faggot pony.
With that, let's go to Chad in New York. Chad, what's up?
The gay joke. I suck dick. Cricket.
Chad, what's up? Hey.
What's up, Opie Anthony?
What's up?
That other IMer, he just listened for 20 minutes because he was waiting for his Sirius to warm up.
Yeah, the tubes. That's very funny. It's an old tube reference.
Very nice. I like tube jokes like anyone else.
Who doesn't?
Hey, so we're at the managers meeting. I didn't forget.
Yeah.
I didn't forget. If you weren't listening earlier this morning, we had to keep it clean for regular radio.
Right.
So there's this general manager. It's CBS flew all their general managers and general sales managers down to Boca Raton for this big managers meeting, flying these guys in first class from all over the country. And then when we ask for $1,000, they say they can't afford it. Bullshit. That's what we say today. So we're schmoozing down there in Boca. Had to drive about an hour from where we're at here in West Palm Beach. And so this general manager, who we know very well, they'll put the pieces together.
Yeah.
Let them speculate all they want on the message boards. We know this general manager very well. So think syndication back in the day. It's not Tom Chiusano.
No.
And he comes up to us and he tells this story about being turned on by the radio a bit.
Mm-hmm.
A bit where this lesbian was talking about her experiences. I guess maybe her first time lesbian experience.
Uh-huh.
And he's telling Anthony and I, and he's going, I got so hard listening to the radio. And as the bit went on, I got harder and harder and harder.
The way he was saying it, though, was was like, I'm sitting in my car listening to this, and I'm just sitting there in the parking garage, and I got a hard on. And I'm listening to this more and more, and as she's going into it, like I'm just getting harder. And, I'm really getting a hard on.
A raging hard on.
I was sitting there.
I'm getting rock hard.
All of a sudden, I'm feeling really uncomfortable and just dirty.
He's a creep. He goes,
just wanted to walk away from the situation. I want to know about this guy's fucking hard on.
He's a creep. He goes, I'm 46 years old. Another clue, by the way. I'll tell you when the clues come. I'm 46 years old, and I like to fuck anything that moves. So I'm sitting in the car listening to this, just getting harder and harder. I had a hard on like I've never had before. And I are looking at each other like, what is wrong with you, creep? Guys don't talk like that. We'll say a girl turned me on or whatever, but we keep it kind of like vague where you understand what that means.
Yeah.
But he had to just keep talking about his hard-on. And then he said he couldn't get out of the car until he said the bit was done. But we're thinking that he jerked off in the car before going to work.
I'm thinking he would have said he did.
You think?
Like that's what I was totally expecting.
I was thinking messy suit having...
So there I am, jacking it.
Had to, throw out his underpants in the bathroom before going into his general manager's office. Another clue.
What kind of accent did he have? What do he sound like? Do an impression of him.
Like what city's accent?
Yeah, like what? Just like how do he talk?
It's not Ken Stevens.
No. Everyone's gonna speculate wrong.
It's an accent you don't like, Jim.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Ah.
You've met this guy a few times.
He's a younger guy. Oh, he's 46?
Yeah.
Accent I don't like.
Uh-huh.
What's going on down there?
Huh?
What's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
What are you doing down there? Can you go up there, down there?
What's going on?
What do you want to do? You want to go over the bridge? Maybe go to Cinnaminson?
But guys shouldn't be talking about their hard-ons with other guys is what we're getting at.
Absolutely. Just show it.
Good old creepola. Just show it, yeah. Yeah. At least Jimmy shows us, and it's just a goof at that point.
I was just kidding.
It's just silly.
It's silly.
At that point, it's silly.
Anybody want to see it?
All right.
Not really.
No, you're right. All right. We were going to talk about this about 2 hours ago. I had a scratch, sorry. Bacteria in airplane bathrooms.
Oh.
Because you guys are claiming you got sick from the airplane, the flight down to West Palm Beach.
I didn't know it.
I need cough drops. I'm sick now.
My throat. It's all scratchy. Feeling sickly.
It's not Tim Sabian.
No, he don't work.
We're guessing on instant feedback here.
Yeah.
No, Tim was a program director. Although I could picture that hard on through those tight slacks that he used to wear. And his tasseled shoes.
And that just looked huge.
Right. I just remember his ass cheeks just freaking moving separately as he walked. Very disturbing.
Oh.
What?
I just got a text from my girlfriend that I'm giggling. I'm sorry.
Can you share with us or?
She wrote, "Should I eat?" And I wrote, "Yeah, I got a meal for you in my pants. Bop." Bop. And she wrote back, "Die."
Glad to see the relationship is going well, Jimmy. No, it's not Oedipus. All right, here we go.
We got sterile swabs from an accredited lab. We took a couple of flights and hit the bathrooms, swabbing the sink, faucets, and door handles according to the lab's directions.
Oh,
Here you go. Then we took the samples back to the lab and had them tested for total bacteria levels and also E. coli.
Now we're getting a little bit more specific. Now we're talking about bacteria fecal origin. There we really don't want to see anything.
That's right. Fecal matter on the faucet handles and in the standing water around the sink.
Oh, great.
Well, after people shit, they use their dirty fucking shit fingers to hit the goddamn the thing to wash their hands.
Yeah.
How do you think you'll wash your hands?
Dude, shit on your hands, though.
I don't know. How do you not? Can't help it. You're wiping. There's little bacteria bits.
I know.
A fleck.
You got to be really careful.
You ever got a shit fleck on your hand?
Oh, no.
I've had shit flecks on every body part. If I was a super...
Great. Now I got to sit in my seat and not go to the fucking bathroom?
Yeah, that's why I play this.
Ever again?
Purell. You bring Purell.
No.
He said no.
An American Airlines flight looked very clean, not a crumb on the floor, but the bathrooms, we sampled one shortly after takeoff and then again an hour later. The results?
Exactly what I would expect, that there's an increase.
A big increase.
He sounds like a fecal creep.
He's a fecal eater.
He's the fecal
Fecal
expert.
freak.
Yes, I was happy to report that we found fecal everywhere.
God, I found exactly what I expected.
That's why I went into this business. I found shit everywhere.
Love shit.
Shit on the door handles, on the toilet seat, on the faucets.
See, he comes out, it's smeared all over the place.
Matter of fact, I put a black light on the mirror, and they even spelled shit with shit on the mirror.
Shit.
He's a superhero.
What a great day for me.
His name is the Fecal Kid. He comes out with a brown mask and a big F on his cape.
The Fecal Kid.
That's right. But he doesn't fly over things. He flies through lawns and on floors.
Yeah.
And through...
Hey, people are reminding us about something here. Eric in New York, go ahead. You're on the Opie and Anthony show.
Good morning, boys. If you remember, Tracy Morgan talked about splooging on the door handle.
Yeah. Remember he told that story? He was flying and he decided to leave some sperm on the
jacked
bathroom
it.
door knob.
And then left it on the door handle. Great.
All right. Let's go back to the fecal expert.
There's an increase.
A big increase.
Oh, wait, we got to hear.
There's an increase.
Is that all he said, or is it a little more?
Would you?
Let's see. Yeah.
Exactly what I would expect, that there's an increase.
A big increase. The fecal bacteria in our sample count jumped from 0 to 500,000 parts.
You can see that anybody using that restroom then at the end of the flight is probably going to contaminate their hands and their clothing and whatever else they touch.
God, can he sound any more excited than anything else they touch? I'm jacking off as I tell you about the fecal that I found.
Their cock. If you shove a finger up your ass in those bathrooms, you might catch something.
Oh, God. What a glorious day for me.
Is that horrible?
The fecal kid?
The Fecal Kid.
The fecal kid.
FK is his name.
This is my nirvana.
What, so, I guess go at the beginning of the flight, and that's it.
Yeah.
Be the first one in.
First one in. Sure.
Because at the end...
Or use the paper towels to, turn everything.
Oh, believe me, I'm like, I become a magician in there, using my feet.
I laugh at that crap. I laugh at germs in bathrooms.
I don't. I use my mouth to open the door. I'll grab the handle with my lips.
The toilet seat, you lift it up with your tongue.
My tongue.
At this point, your mouth's got to be immune to the fecal.
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It's kind of like, they tell you when you go away, you got to drink the local water.
Gives me the munchies.
To get to be immune.
It's just a big and you think, it's a big flying germ tube. And you think you go in there and you wash your hands, but then you got to touch things. The paper towels that you're drying your hands on.
Oh, boy.
Probably got shit on it.
James Gumb.
Jim Gum.
From Pal Talk. Opie, cough if the guy with the raging hard-on was...
Oh, wow, you got it?
Got to give it to the guy. What the hell? All right, here's the last part of the story.
American Airlines said they clean their planes after every flight. They suggested we would have had a different result if we had sampled more than one flight. Delta objected to our methodology and said we might have gotten similar results from any public bathroom. Most healthy adults can withstand those levels of bacteria, but just to be sure,
the toilet?
Use a paper towel. Use it on the faucet, use it on the sink, and even on the door handle. Then you've gone a long way keeping nasty germs out of your life.
She's there in the bathroom with the fecal. Nick from Western New York. Is the fecal kid Club Soda Kenny's alter ego? I told them it would infect everything.
Very unsanitary. How's it looking for us getting out, Kenny? Got an update for us?
Those clouds are getting darker behind you, Anthony.
So far, so
Hold on, Kenny. There you go.
So far, so good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Been in constant contact with the airline?
We're going to be fine.
All right. Just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Don't want to be late.
Yeah. No. Well, now where the problem's going to arise is tunnel traffic getting in rush hour when we land.
Go get us a helicopter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll spend $3,000 an hour for one of those.
Dude, they flew these freaks in from everywhere so they could talk about their hard-ons in front of us. Get us a helicopter.
Isn't rush hour, it shouldn't be that bad, right? Going into the city?
It's always bad.
Tunnel.
Either way.
Tunnel, yeah.
Tunnel traffic
Stupid
going into
tunnel.
the city when you think everyone's leaving the city. It's almost worse, Anthony.
Why?
Jason in Chicago. Oh, I know why.
I'm
Because
not worried.
they close up some of the
I'm
tubes.
not worried about the.
Less options going in. Go, Jason.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the bathrooms on the planes. I think they should take a black light after the blankets on there. I know I've soiled more than one of them with the wife on board.
Oh, the little blue blankets they give you? And the pillows?
Oh, yeah. They don't wash them, man.
Postage stamp pillow?
Ugh.
Prop it under your ass?
All right, thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Lay a batch out on that blue blankie.
We got listeners that showed up at West Palm Beach here. They're down the hall again, right?
Yeah.
And one of the guys brought his own bits in. What's this about?
Whoa.
I don't know. He's just so anxious to see everyone.
That is ambitious.
Is he good? Are they good
What does he
bits?
do? What kind of bits?
I don't know, but he's got a gift for you, Jimmy.
Comedy or
Did you listen to this? Yeah, E-Rock.
Oh.
E-Rock will be doing the Chubby Bunny tomorrow. Let's remind everybody.
That's right, with Cox.
And we're gonna bet to see how many marshmallows he can get in his fat face.
E-Rock, compared to your chili story, how good are these bits?
Oh, my story is stellar.
Wow.
Oh, oof. All right, what's the deal with the bits?
A couple of them, he wraps around just on-air bits that Anthony's did. He just introduces them, plays Anthony's bit, and said, that was Anthony, master impressionist.
Ew.
That's it.
Isn't that how you do best of?
Yeah.
Worst of? Whatever of.
And the other ones he does, his name is Eric from O-Town. He does the Bad Joke Minute. He tells topical jokes using sound effects from our show.
All right.
That's what you want us to play right now?
That's what he's asking.
And what's the Gay Howard remix?
It's real. The quality is so bad I wouldn't even play it.
Was the first guy here?
Yeah, he's there.
Can we get him in so we can look at his dumb face while we're playing these?
Come on.
Yeah, that's half the fun.
Well,
making fun of somebody to their face.
I don't know if it's going to work, though.
Uh-oh.
Let's see.
That's Eric. I know
Take
him.
two. Yeah, well.
You know that guy?
I've seen him before. Yeah.
He's got your shirt on.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem to be working.
Got a Jimmy Norton shirt, Monster Rain shirt.
Put on the headphones and talk into the microphone.
Jesus, Kenny? They're nervous enough, God.
Hey, how's it going? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak when you're spoken to.
Oh, sorry, Kenny.
Sorry, Kenny. Yeah, you want to be in radio, bro?
I'd like to someday.
Yeah, you got a little...
Get next to the microphone.
Okay. Is it on?
Yeah, it's on. So what's your deal? You got the Jim Norton Monster Rain shirt. These guys pointed that out, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, correct. I got that when he was down a couple months ago doing the West Palm show.
All right, and you brought in your own bits.
Yeah, I was just working on a few things. Some of the Paltzot guys gave me some ideas a long time ago. And I had this one thing I was doing for Anthony for the Master of Impressions because he does so well with it.
Well, thank you, sir.
And that's like one of the things I like most about Anthony.
Oh, who doesn't?
Especially, of course, the Stern stuff and all that stuff. It's great.
So, yeah, but you're not really doing anything that's yours on this.
No, it's just stuff that I was making, you know, just like production pieces I was trying to practice with.
So he's showcasing his production prowess.
Well, here it is.
Let's give Gary Busey a chance.
Here we go.
People think impersonation. I swear, you would think it was the real people.
He's Anthony Cumia, master of impressions. Today, Jerry Seinfeld and Kramer.
Kramer, you gotta stop apologizing. You're ruining everything. I'm trying to sell season 7, Kramer.
Doesn't matter, Jerry. The don't buy this. Buying Martin and other shows, Jerry.
Kramer, you're a beloved character, Kramer. What are you doing? Just stop talking. Whatever show you get on, you're screwing up.
I'm not screwing it up, Jerry. I'm apologizing for this. I'm supposed to. Don't get me started again.
Look, there's another. There's a...
and a jewel. Be sure to tune in next time for another edition of Anthony Cumia, Master of Impressions, on the Opie and Anthony Show.
I think you need a little more treble on the piece.
Kenny, tell him not to laugh so hard.
Sorry.
That was
a little nervous.
Did you hear what Opie said?
Yeah, don't laugh too hard.
Or if you're going to laugh, back up.
Okay.
Yeah.
People are suggesting Kenny throw this guy off the balcony. Yeah. That's what made you go with the in a tin can sound?
I was trying to use the line in, but it wasn't working, and I could not figure it out why. So I just had to use the mic, and I couldn't figure out.
So you just put a mic on a speaker?
Yeah, I used it.
That's always the best way to get a good sound.
I didn't put it directly next to it. I put it a few feet away with like a louder volume because.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it got a good, nice room echo. That's how Steve does all his production.
Exactly. See, I'm still kind of I'm practicing with it. I mean, I'm not really good with technology. I'm just learning, practicing.
Yeah.
Kenny, tell him on this show we don't chew gum when we're on mic.
Did you hear what Opie said?
Yep.
Spit it out.
Swallowed it.
Oh.
Wow. What a good date.
That's good.
Wow. All right, what else you want us to play from this bit disc? We hear the Gay Howard thing is so bad we can't even play it.
Yeah, it is horrible.
No, I mean quality-wise. You can't.
Yeah, it's bad because I forgot to I actually didn't even attempt to edit that one. In fact, I didn't even know I put it on there.
We got to hear it.
Now we got to hear it.
Oh, boy.
Now we have to.
That's the beauty of us. This is something we shouldn't play on the radio, but now now there's an interest. All right, here's the Gay Howard remix.
Yeah.
All right.
Hi. Howard Stern. What's going on? Where do you measure from? Well, how many inches? Are you very small? Let me ask you something. You have the look of love in your eyes, but I'm an ugly man. I know this. You couldn't be physically attracted to me, could you? That's gay. You need a father figure like me. All right, you know what we're going to do to solve your problem? I'm going to have sex with you right now over the radio. Good. Wow. Thank you. Jesus Christ. This is disgraceful. We should be taken off the air. I'm brilliant every day. Every single friggin' day. Thank you.
Get ready.
Yeah, you might want to...
Get ready.
No. Kenny, tell him not to wreck my bits. Now I can't do it.
Apologize.
Sorry, Opie.
No, that wasn't sincere enough.
Oh, my God. That was so bad.
Yeah.
I can't even look at him.
Including the news of my grandmother's death. That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
All right, try to save yourself. What is the Eric in O-Town bad joke minute?
Well, I remember in the Pelt Sock room, I used to go in there all the time. And Eric, they always called me like the cancer of comedy.
Yeah.
And so one day I was like, what the hell, I'll do a bad joke minute. Because I remember you had this formula once that said, Benny Hill music equals funny, always funny. I was like, I bet you I can make it where it's not funny.
Did you have a line in for this one, or did you also do it in the bottom of a pool?
Yeah, it was in the bottom of a river, Jim.
River.
Even harsher water.
This is your moment, and you know you blew it, right?
Yes, I know. I'm really nervous at
How
first.
does this play out in your head? Like,
yeah.
Like, if I was trying to get someone's attention, trying to get in the radio and stuff, I would have made sure my stuff was crystal clear at least.
I know, I just couldn't figure out how to get the quality good.
So why wouldn't you just maybe wait?
Because I was going to tell E-Rock to just, listen to it, and I was going to send you guys a better copy when I edited it.
Oh, that would have made all the difference.
Someone wants to know how their really nice, crystal clear XM turned into shitty AM radio. Gotta be someone in the industry coming up with that one. All right, well, here's the bad joke minute with Eric in O-Town.
Hey everybody, this is Eric in O-Town with the Bad Joke Minute on the Duke Lacrosse trial. Hey, how do you guys get a group of Duke Lacrosse players off a rape trial? Simple. Have the black woman tell the story.
Correctamundo.
Yeah, apparently it said that she had sex before going to the boy's house, saying it was a boyfriend. Well, if you're giving money for sex, that's not a boyfriend, that's a client. And the woman has changed her story about 6 times about who it is. Well, how do we make you tell the truth? Give you a bucket of fried chicken and some Colt 45, you stupid whore? Yeah, finally, you know, if these boys are innocent, I hope they sue her for fucking slander. What are they gonna take? Everything she owns? A crack pipe signed by Whitney Houston?
Hello, exactly. That's terrific. That's terrific.
And in the future, for any white people that want a stripper, make sure she's white and not black to avoid scandal.
Oh, man.
I want to apologize to the listeners out there, Jerry.
This is the home version of the Opie and Anthony show. We should have a home version of the show. Jimmy.
I got nothing to say to about
Humor reacts to you the way air does on a plane when a hole is blown in the side of it at 30,000.
Couldn't agree with you more, Jim.
At least let them get it out before you say you couldn't agree with them more. It might be a...
Yeah.
Wow.
Humor reacts to you. I concur.
Yeah, timing is very important to comedy.
I understand.
You want to try another one? A Bad Joke Minute number 2? E-Rock says yes?
Oh
no.
Please.
What does E-Rock know?
We have to.
Right.
Strap in, kids.
Yeah. Well, there it is. At least the audience is digging it, though. Yeah, the Pal Talk people.
What are they saying there?
Oh, nothing but rave reviews.
Yeah.
You're getting...
jump out the window, eat a bullet.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Kill myself after a Nancy Grace interview.
Topical.
Don't worry, I lost all my tears in high school.
Well...
Hey everybody, this is Eric in O-Town once again for Bad Joke Minute. Today starring Heather Mills. You know how much of a pain in the ass it must be when she's going to the airport and there's a whole fucking line of people, nothing but the fucking alarms going off?
Whoa, stop right there. That's fucked up
Yeah, I heard that Heather Mills was giving a standing ovation.
Wait. Could you please explain that joke?
I was actually drunk doing this one.
That's not an explanation of the joke.
Were you?
Yeah, listen, Dr. Octopus.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I remember that, Jimmy. I remember.
I want to know.
They usually say Bernie Lomax, but that works.
No one says Bernie Lomax. Who is he? Who's Bernie Lomax?
Weekend of Bernie's.
What's going on in your mouth now?
Throat's dry.
Yeah, you are really, nervous. He has got, more white shit in the corners of his mouth.
You have awful pasty, breath?
No, I chewed a lot of gum.
Hold on. Here, just go ahead.
Throat gets really dry a lot.
So why would the people have to wait with all the alarms going? What alarms are going off?
See, that's the part I realized I didn't understand. I was just like, I don't know. I was thinking of something else. I don't know what was going on that particular one.
The fucking alarms were fucking going off.
Yeah.
I was thinking of maybe if she had the fake leg with the metal in it, maybe.
Yeah.
Like a prosthetic. That could have maybe been what the clue could be.
Yeah.
Man, you know what?
You know what you got to do?
Yeah.
Actually, take that joke. I'll rework it for you.
Okay, go ahead.
You and a friend are at the airport, and there's a woman in a wheelchair with 2 legs over her shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
And you turn to your friend and say, I wonder if she's flying standby. Now, that's funny.
Yes, it is.
That
was great.
I
saw that.
I give that to you.
By the way, yesterday on our ride to Boca, Jimmy, we were treated to Kenny doing your act.
Kenny doing your act. Yeah.
Would you allow him to do a piece of your act? Well, it's your newer material.
It's a tribute to you because I was actually laughing, and it was Kenny doing it.
Kenny can only do material from Yellow Discipline or trinkets I own made from Gorilla.
Yeah, you don't want the new stuff, right?
That's right.
You got
Especially not the way he'll butcher it.
You got some of the older stuff?
I would have to listen to it to refresh my recollection.
All right.
I want to hear Eric's mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
Like what? Like this?
Oh, God, is he a wreck?
Dancing feedback going crazy here.
I usually only... Sorry.
Kenny.
You got nothing from Kenny that time.
What?
Ooh.
Someone reprimand Carrot.
I told him to have water before he went on.
All right, hold on a minute. It's worth it. All right, here we go. Sorry for the delay.
What's the matter, sweetie pie?
No, it's updating so fast. This guy from Long Island, I bet this guy actually pretends to be on the show at home. I bet he's got a mic hanging from somewhere that doesn't plug into anything, and he just talks like he's part of the show.
Chimes in, downloaded one of the soundboards.
Yeah, it plays
so he's got the car crash and...
Yeah.
Hey, Eric, can you do this? I can.
Does it all from the comfort of his tin can.
All right, should we continue with this?
Oh, please.
His mouth is really pasty.
Yeah, I heard that Heather Mills was giving a standing ovation at a PETA speech, only when she stood up, she fell flat in her fucking face. Yeah, well, here's one for you. Well, when Heather Mills is having sex, she can't spread eagle. Since she's a leg short, she comes up spreading sparrow.
Wait, sparrows have two legs.
Of course they do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? Shut the fuck up!
Well, looks like I better get out of here. I think I'm killing my welcome, so I'm gonna haul ass out of here.
That's the arriving sound effect also. And why would a sparrow... They have two legs. Like spread eagle. Why a sparrow?
I'm just thinking something else, a very small bird, instead of an eagle being something big, like a sparrow being something little tiny.
Yeah, but wouldn't a one-legged thing, something...
Yeah.
I don't...
Maybe pick a bird that, I don't know, stands on one leg.
Or a spread...
That would still be a stretch.
A spread flamingo.
Right.
Because they stand on one leg all the time. Something like that. But the spread sparrow, I want to punch you. Oh my God, you are awful.
When God was handing out talent and charisma, what did you do besides hide and yell, "None for me, thanks"?
I stuck my head in a toilet and hoping I would drown.
I stuck my head in a toilet and hoping I would drown.
It's cool.
So nervous he can't spit anything out of his face.
Dude, you can just spoke in any term you wanted.
I know.
Wow, you're really devoid of humor.
He's a nervous Nelly.
I'm a nervous Nelly.
Look, guys, I think we've heard enough. I'm sure you don't want to hear Bad Joke Minute number 3.
I'm obsessed with
Why now? I have to.
We really need to take a break, don't you think?
I have to hear this.
I want to hear that.
Open that window, I'm going.
If there was Bad Joke number 1,000, I want to hear them all.
We'd miss our flight back to New York at this point. Is that what you're saying?
This is so bad. It went from so bad to not even being funny bad.
Holy shit.
To worse.
Actually, going with what you just said, Anthony, Mighty Casey from Mudville, yes. Eric even fails at being unfunny.
Yes. You're just nothing.
You're devoid of humanity.
It's a humor vacuum. It's a bell jar that had humor in it. And a small compressor gets turned on and sucks the humor out just in case you have to do experiments in a humorless atmosphere.
Absolutely
that is what you do.
I know.
Holy shit.
Well, let's listen to the last.
Don't call him Ant again. It's disrespectful.
Thank you, Kenny. Number 3.
He doesn't know if he should...
I told him to use a line in. Sorry.
Hey, everybody, this is Eric in O-Town with another Bad Joke Minute regarding something about...
By the way, just so you know,
Yeah.
this might be a little too inside, but I started the track, and then we had to wait 5 seconds. Watch.
Oh.
Go.
Yeah,
Everybody, this is Eric in O-Town with another Bad Joke Minute regarding something about cock in the ass. You know, Elizabeth Smart was on the news, and the reporter kept asking her about her kidnapping. What she should have asked is, did Elizabeth ever had a cock in her ass?
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, apparently I knew this girl when she was a teenager. She said she had nightmares about being molested by an uncle, but in reality, she woke up and she actually did have a cock in her ass. Yeah, on top of that, if some girl doesn't want to give up any pussy to you, all you gotta do is just punch her in the face, bend her backwards, and fucking put your cock in her ass.
Shut the fuck up, fat man!
Now, just as a public service announcement, anybody who's going to commit a crime and you're going to go to jail, just remember, always keep the soap on a rope, because if you do end up dropping the soap, you're gonna, that's right, you're gonna get a cock in your ass.
Shut up, dummy!
Content-wise, it's not much different than what Steve does. You just punch her in the face and put your cock in her ass. Razzle-dazzle.
At least a little bit of laughs.
No, we're not.
No, see, we're not laughing at you at all.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy took your
Jimmy
shit and formed it into
and
something
Steve.
that resembled humor.
Okay.
Wow.
Would you mind if Club Soda Kenny gave you a wedgie?
Yeah, I would mind. Because it's going to hurt.
Well, you hurt us.
I know.
It's
with that.
Actually, you know what?
It was,
Kenny, go for it.
Oh, wait, you have gifts?
Yes.
What kind of gift?
Yeah, let's do the gifts first.
Eric's a good boy.
Before the wedgie.
Okay, I'll take it for the team. I deserve it.
Who would you like to give first?
Opie first.
All right.
So to be good.
What a good boy he is.
This is for Ope. This is something I've had for a long time.
Okay, that's it.
I'm sorry, you go ahead,
I'm
Keith.
Mike.
It's an old Nirvana tape. It's like some concert stuff.
Wow.
It was a really hard find that I got. I've had it for a long time.
Cool.
And I know you were a big fan. I said, there's only one person I'd give that to, and that would be Opie.
What songs are on there? Like, where is it from? That actually seems like a pretty cool gift.
Wow.
VHS tape.
God, I love Nirvana.
Yeah, VHS.
Featuring, man, I kind of like this kid now. Featuring, it's from 1994. This is very rare, Anthony.
Wow.
Live Tonight sold out. It's not a bootleg.
No. Cool.
It's featuring the songs Aneurysm, About a Girl, Dive, Love Buzz. So this is very early stuff. Breed, Smells Like Teen Spirit, probably performed for one of the first times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, not if it's 1994. Negative Creep, Come As You Are. Territorial Pissings, nice. Something in the Way, Lithium, Drain You, Polly, Sliver, and On a Plane. Very nice.
What else you got?
I don't know what to say.
Do you have?
I see you.
Oh, Jesus. Who the fuck has a VHS these days?
VHS.
That's a rare tape,
It's in the box. It's very rare.
Yeah, because I couldn't find it on DVD because it doesn't exist on a DVD.
Sure it does.
Oh.
Well,
he can burn it.
VHS anymore either.
Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Use the claw side.
Yeah.
Eric wins his $50.
Oh. Yikes. Yeah, that'll... Oh, fuck. There it goes. That time it came apart.
What do you have, a reel-to-reel for Anthony and an 8-track for me?
No, actually, for Jimmy, I remember...
Hold on, please.
There it is. You could transfer that onto DVD.
Yeah.
Now that it's out of the case.
Who has a VHS?
No one has a VHS player anymore.
Oh, I know.
Thank you. I guess it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, the thought counted.
Good somewhere.
When is that good until that yogurt?
I don't know. Where's my spoon?
All right, we'll do it.
You want to use mine? I'm done.
What's I want to know what Jimmy's gift is.
Well, do you guys remember a long time ago when the fans sent you the drill with the cord?
Yeah.
Well, I got you, Jimmy, a cordless drill.
Oh, look at that. The 7.2 volt Black & Decker cordless drill for drilling anywhere, anytime. Charges in about an hour. Comes with 2 batteries. And it's got an adjustable chuck.
Does it?
Keyless. 2-speed trigger.
Do you like it, Jimmy?
Use it around the house. Hanging pictures. Anything from hanging pictures to drilling holes in young Asian boys' heads before you send them out to have the police send them back into your house so you can kill him.
No, it's nice because when you do a bit and someone brings you something 2 years later.
Yeah. At least he's timely.
You like it?
Yeah.
It is nice.
You gonna bring it home with you?
No.
Can I have it?
It's good. Just more stuff to pack.
What do you mean?
Can I have it?
No.
Why do you want it?
I just want to see it.
You won't hurt it, will you?
No.
You promise?
First of all, I gotta say, I've done a lot of work on job sites. The Black & Decker is probably indestructible.
Yeah?
So I would love to even give it a try. I defy you to even injure that thing.
From the balcony?
It is...
Fucking Kenny. Captain Obvious. Oh, Kenny.
You wet their lips and stick them to the wall.
Kenny. Well, thanks for the punchline before we did the joke. Well, thanks for that gift.
Oh, no problem, Opie, sir.
See, Aunt was setting me up nicely, knowing there's a balcony, Kenny, and that would have been the dramatic ending to the Jim Norton gift.
And you know something? Would have seen a drill really come apart.
Right. See, but now that you said balcony, there's no way I could possibly go out there now with the drill.
I think Kenny should yell at himself.
Why not? You can still do it.
A little voice change.
Yeah, but the joke is kind of done now.
Yeah.
See,
It's
we like
over.
the element of
Punchline.
surprise. See, people would be like, wow, well, how could he possibly break the drill in studio, you know?
Think of the first time.
He had a hard time breaking the VHS tape with a hammer. How would he possibly get this done? And then it would be up to me to surprise everybody.
Kenny, think of the first time Gallagher came out with that watermelon, right? And no one in the front row knew. Now they all bring raincoats and plastic. But that first time when he put that watermelon out there and people looked at him and went, wow, look, a watermelon. And if Kenny stood up and said, he's going to smash it with a mallet, they all would have went, oh, hey. Kind of takes the element of surprise out of it, you know, a little bit.
All right, I'm sorry.
Just a little bit.
And it would have broken apart good, Aunt?
It would have come apart.
Yeah.
See a drill come apart like that.
Oh, well, we'll just leave that at the buzz.
The drill laughs at you.
They'll use it for something. What do you got for Anthony?
Well, thank you for the gift.
What do you get?
It's hard to bring this.
Now, Anthony, I'm sure they
keep
told
talking.
you.
Why would I talk?
I had
I'm hired to do this for a living. But
I ordered a.
Feel free, right, and just jump right in. I was wrapping up a thought, but why wrap up a thought when you have a brand new one?
Okay.
You look like you could be E-Rock's in prison brother. Like you got the hair for it and everything.
And you actually bring the same amount to the show.
Yeah.
I bring nothing.
Oh, poor E-Rock.
No, I actually have your order.
Good.
Oh.
Yours
By the
is
way,
actually coming over.
Speaking of the Nirvana thing, someone spent 20 seconds on Amazon and found the same thing on DVD.
Oh, yeah?
What?
So
On DVD?
Yeah, so there you go.
What
with
do you think, Eric? 20 seconds.
There you go with the rare.
We'll have
One of my
copies
friends
it.
told me he didn't find it, so now I'll beat him when he gets
Which
back.
one of your friends?
My friend Eric.
Your friend
You
Eric?
have no friends.
Dummy.
All right.
Everyone named Eric in this room is a dummy.
What do you got for Anthony?
Yeah, what was
What yours is actually still on order because the idiots didn't fucking deliver it.
Yeah.
What was
those
it?
idiots?
It's actually like a World War II collection of footage from like the war because
that's
Anthony
nice.
loves World War II stuff.
He would have liked that. I guess he'll pick it up the next time he comes to West Palm Beach.
No, I can mail it to the studio
To
next
broadcast
time
from
if
this
you'd like.
shithole. No, we'll just wait till next time. I'm sure that'll happen in 2 months.
What kind of film is it? Is it from the good side or the Budinsky side?
No, it's actually good quality stuff. It's from the store, so
It's a
obviously
rhetorical question. It
Of
really
course.
didn't. It kind of meant like Nazi or American. See, when people would have thought I meant American,
So it's a DVD.
Yes, it's like about an 8 or 10 disc collection.
Oh,
all right. Well,
wow,
a lot of footage.
Great.
Wait, see, we don't have any interns here.
Send it up to New York. All right.
Thanks.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for the thing I don't have.
Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony's thanking you.
But I'll look forward to it in the mail
Anthony
every
is
day.
thanking you for the thought.
Every day. You
So,
know, when I was 7 years old, Opie, I ordered what was called a Tony Tiger Swimmer.
Right.
It was from Frosted Flakes. They're great.
Yes.
And on the back, I had to cut out a bunch of these little things, box tops, remember? And send them in with 25 cents for shipping or something like that. And I waited what seemed like months for the Tony Tiger Swimmer. And when it came in the mail, I was so happy. I finally have that feeling again. Finally. I was 7. Now I finally have that. I could wait for your present now with that same enthusiasm as a young child. Thank you.
Could Kenny give you a wedgie now?
I think after what I put you through, I think I deserve it. Let's get
some farm equipment in here and irrigate your mouth. Jesus, dry mouth.
Turn to the camera.
It's making me thirsty.
What did you do before you walked in? Did you fucking smoke pot and eat a cookie?
Something like that.
His mouth is making me thirsty.
Ready?
Go for it.
Oh, this is going to be really bad.
Oh, wow, he picked him up. Picked him up by the back of his undies.
Shit.
Wow, that's an atomic wedgie.
You certainly was.
That you certainly was. You can't talk. You're not funny.
I know.
And now you have shit on your underwear.
Old skid mark.
Well, that's another way to put it.
By the way, Jason in Ohio. Jason, what's up?
Yeah, that Black & Decker drill, you should be embarrassed that even brought that in. Those sell for about $9 in retail around the Christmas. So
Eric is not disagreeing, buddy. How much, Eric?
It was 30.
$30.
It's crazy. I work for the company.
Nice.
You're nuts. 7.2 is a joke.
7.2 ain't shit. You can't even fucking drill a screw into a piece of wood with that.
Really?
You need a 12-volt, nice one, something heavy duty.
Yeah, that's consumer. I mean, you're not even going to hang a picture with that.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thing will go, and then you got to back it out a little, and then actually turn the drill like it's a wrench. Oh, that stinks.
Eric, thank you.
But it's the thought. Thank you.
Kenny, wants to see if there's anybody else hanging out that needs
Who's going to
attention
top
today.
this guy?
Yeah, who is going to top you?
He had 3. He didn't have 4, did he?
No, that
4
was it.
comedy, only 3?
That was it.
Work on some more.
Yeah, we'd like to hear more.
The comedy little moments.
You can help yourself by working on the mix. Benny Hill music a little lower if you're going to be playing sound effects over it.
What's a good way to increase the quality? That's what I need.
Oh, hold on.
quality?
Get back on mic. We can't hear you.
He's going to ask a little of it. Now, Opie, you've been in the business a long time, and I remember when I first came aboard your show, your forte really was production. Tape.
Yeah.
And then we went on to Pro Tools. We learned that very well. I think you're pretty qualified to instruct this kid, this young go-getter, wants to ask you a question about quality.
Right, Opie. What I was going to ask was, what would be like a good program, like as of today, to use to increase your quality?
Sound quality.
Sound
right?
quality, yes.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean.
Is this coffee hot? It's really hot.
I know. I spilled some on myself this morning.
Yeah. So what? How do you the quality of the sound?
Let's play a little game.
I guess he's using a mic.
Hot cup of coffee. 2 seconds to get out of the room.
From what? Oh no! He dropped the mic.
He's panicking.
Well, you got to talk with the headphones on first. Talk with the headphones on.
Okay. I'm going.
Ready?
When
And 1, 2. There he goes. He
tripped over the mic like an ox.
Yeah, a little rap. He ran out with the headphones still on first. Oh my God!
Why don't we regroup a little?
There is nothing funny coming out of that guy.
It was entertaining.
Unless it was his brains after A shotgun blast.
Old people sex blog. Can we get into that?
Let's get into that. We found one?
Yeah, we did.
Thank God.
We'll do a little of that next. Stay there.
Opie.
We're not part of regular radio, you fuckhead.
I'm scared. Anthony.
We take nothing and make shit out of it.
Okay, terrific. Los muchachos con queso.
What a hot voice that is.
Wonderful.
Huevos grandes, como melones.
Robin.
Punch out, shithead.
And Anthony Show. XM 202.
Back with the Opie and Anthony Show. What is this?
Music?
No clue.
I asked Danny to help me get a song, and the kid just ignored me.
Why don't you just stop it? You asked Danny to help.
Hey. Danny's not happy that he didn't make it down here to West Palm Beach. He's feeling a little sad, and now you're beating him up.
Danny, don't feel sad.
Danny, it's only 70 degrees down here. You didn't miss much.
You're not. It was nothing personal. We had nothing to do with you while you didn't come.
The oceanfront rooms, with the waves and the wind coming in right into your room.
I slept with the door open. It was so overrated to have that ocean breeze blowing on me and my girlfriend. After I threw a condom with 8 gallons of fluid in it in the fucking bathroom because I've dumped once in 2 weeks.
You should have threw it over the railing like a water balloon.
I was afraid I'd kill someone.
There'd have been a Greenpeace crew outside just trying to barrier off the spill, thinking it was some kind of petroleum.
I fucking spilled a load last night into a bag. It was like the tip was drooping over the side. It looked like a stocking cap. It was the cock before Christmas. My balls kept going, bah humbug, bah humbug. That reservoir tip is the shit. I fucking bought these lifestyle, because she's going on I shouldn't be giving her personal shit away, but she doesn't have XM in the van, so she's going on the
great
birth control. She's very responsible sexually. It really annoys me. She will not do anything risky.
Yeah, because you're using condoms. I mean, if you're a faithful listener to this program,
Jimmy just hasn't done it.
Jimmy doesn't believe in that.
Probably didn't even know how to use it.
I put it on my fingers. I'm like, what is this?
He laughs at it. He's right.
On his fingers and toes.
I gave myself away when she used it. I put it over my balls. I'm like, let's go, hon. And she's like, she made us both get tested, and we're both good. And then she's like, no, because she's going on the pill. So she's like, fucking bags till I'm on the pill. That's it. She's not getting knocked up.
So, oh my God. So that's probably, now how long you got to wait?
A month, but I mean, whatever.
Now wait a minute. There's going to be that first time.
Right.
Without anything between.
It'll be fucking like, all right, let me just put.
What if she does an oopsie on you and goes, I thought that was oh my God, that was my multivitamin.
No.
I love her, so fuck it.
You got to remind him every day.
Yeah, I'll get her what they call, it's true, we were looking at the massage list, and one of them was a prenatal massage, and I said that's when they give you a really hard massage on the stomach.
Deep tissue. Right into the baby.
That's right. They massage that little fucker right down the canal and then pluck him out.
Oh, God. Damn.
But, so I'm wearing condoms.
Yeah.
And we use a little bit of lube. It was really hard for me to fuck with a rubber. I've used them plenty of times, but they're just annoying.
Lube safe for latex?
Yes,
lubes break down latex, my friend.
Now, not the one,
all right.
Not Dr. Spock with breasts that I've been dating. She fucking checks everything. And we put some lube on my dick, and then you slip the condom on. But it's still been annoying. But these lifestyle ones, they come in a round compartment.
Mm-hmm.
And they're fucking 20% less thick than condoms. It's like she's running her fingers over the back of my dick, and I can feel it. Like it's amazing.
There is a certain brand of condom that is kind of tight around the end that goes kind of against your balls, you know?
Yeah.
The end against your body. And then as it goes to the tip of your dick, it gets wider and wider to the point where it's not even holding snug to your cock. It looks like a hot air balloon on your dick. So when you put it in, it's actually moving over your dick. It's not like you just got this fucking rubber slapped on your cock. That it's like loose over it. Better than just regular condom.
It is like a little balloon around the clit in 80 days. It's fucking... I can't believe the load I dumped. I can't believe the fucking load I dumped.
Really?
It's almost embarrassing.
Just come out the sides of the con, right? It's running down your balls like a rabid dog.
It wasn't a shot. It was like somebody vomiting cottage cheese out of the side of a stroke mouth. It wasn't shot at all. It was dribbly tapioca. Out of the side. Normally I'm like,
oh shit.
And some girl, normally when I shoot, I fucking shoot, man. I shoot to the back of the throat. I'm like, I fucking shoot a load. But when it's been a long time, it sounded like a fucking, foghorn going off. Filled my fucking reservoir tip. You ever stand up and the reservoir tip dangles between your legs? It was like an elephant trunk. I played games. I went, and then I took it off and slapped her in the mouth with it.
Walk out of the bathroom, it's down by your knees.
I swung it like a medieval mace and cracked her in the mouth, and we laughed. Oh, she's so responsible. It
sounds like you had a great night, Jimmy.
It was wonderful.
Oh, shit.
Hey, speaking of sex, well, we got the blog of the old people having sex. What is the name of the website? Or maybe we shouldn't give that out. What?
You want it?
We had the story earlier about how old people are still doing it. And then there's a blog where I guess these old people could go on and share their experiences. And, well, it's one talking about stuff, and then others obviously will post. So here are some previous posts from Old Sex Ladies blog.
Gee, I'm going to want to go to this site in a little while and see who's posting.
What's it called?
Yeah, what is the site?
What is the site?
So maybe old Gravy Leg could post. Connor.
Dude, this is
the whole gang.
Before we destroy this website, get all the good stuff off there. Yeah. Because there's some amazing... We could do this for a month, some of these blog entries. Previous post from Old Sex Ladies blog. She talks about reclaiming sexuality after cancer. Mm-hmm. Too soon to be intimate with new man after spouse dies. That was something Jimmy was talking about.
Yeah.
She also talks about autumn of love.
Autumn of love.
We're having hot, fabulous sex after 60. How do you handle sex and dating? A man asks about sex after prostate cancer.
Yeah.
Thank you, readers.
Uh-huh.
What juicy younger women need to know about sex and aging.
Juicy younger women?
That means when you have to dump fucking tomato paste into your cunt to give it some kind of lubrication because you're 78. What used to get wet naturally now has to have tomato paste rubbed around the sides. Like you have to get some Pam oil and lift your fucking meat flaps and spray in there.
Come on, honey, time to sit in the old Crisco.
Guys.
Hey, Teflon cunt, get in here, I'm horny.
Guys, take what's in front of you.
What, sweetie?
And put it to the side for now.
Oh,
why, Opie?
Okay. Something must be.
Opie, what's going on?
Something must be happening.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you weren't listening earlier, Pat from Manaki was kicked out of the IFOCE because of the baby bird video that is being viewed like crazy on Break.com and other fine websites.
International Federation of Competitive Eating.
He got kicked out because of his conduct during the baby bird video that everyone has seen at this point.
Pat was in the Nathan's 4th of July hot dog eating competition, so he's been in, the big ones. So he traveled to Atlantic City and other places for potato eating and stuff. He was really into this, and he'd been in it for about a year, and it was a big part of his life and made him very happy.
Well, from the IFOCE... We talked about him earlier this morning. It's George Shay. George.
Hello.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Thank you for having me.
George Shay. What is your exact position? What do you do with the organization?
I'm chair of the IFOCE.
Chairman. So you oversee all the rules and regulations and make the decisions?
I do. Also, obviously, we have a board and a commissioner in this type of stuff. But yesterday's decision I was certainly involved in, and I understand there's been quite a bit of discussion.
Yes, a lot of discussion, a lot of controversy, and two sides to this whole story.
We were very surprised that you could actually get kicked out of a competitive eating league.
Well,
it seems like a goof sport there, George.
No. I mean, if you mentioned Nathan's earlier, and certainly there are other major events where you have, literally a billion media impressions. You guys know all about this coming out of something, and when you do that, it's certainly a real thing. It's a powerful thing, and people are involved. And in our case, not a lot of money, but nonetheless. We were at the IFOCE, and I have a major announcement to make, but I will preface that by saying, Pat has always been an asset to the IFOCE. We deeply feel that he is a national treasure, and he's a treasure of our organizations because he brings levity and he has a certain, demeanor that's very nice to be around. However, we were disappointed by the video, which we felt went against the good taste.
Okay.
However, based on an enormous outpouring of support by your listeners, who have reached out to us with many, many emails asking that Pat be reinstated, we are going to review the expulsion.
Oh, no. Why did you... He was just going to say...
Oh, no. Oh, is he back?
Because there might be some phone calls from people who are concerned.
Yeah.
George?
Hey, Pat.
George, you there? George?
Pat
from Manaki. Pat, listen, you know the deal. We're on the road, West Palm Beach, Florida. The equipment's a little...
the
phones. It's not what we're used to, and something seemed to have gone awry as far as
with
the
phones.
I don't think my picture in the IFOC is too bright.
So I don't know what George was about to say. Maybe George could call back.
Is there any way we can get him back and Pat could maybe talk? Because it sounded promising, Pat.
Yeah, until I heard that click.
All right, why don't we...
Something happened.
I'm back, guys.
I feel so bad.
George,
there he is. I'm sorry.
I don't know if that was us or you, but there seemed to be a cutout.
We had problems with the phones.
We're at in West Palm Beach at a station down here, and not at our usual place that we broadcast from in New York, so the phones are a little screwy. We've been having trouble with them the whole day, and we apologize for that, especially for something as important as this, that this is to Pat.
That's no problem.
Because he is a great friend of ours.
I will continue, because I think this is a matter of significant importance.
Yes, absolutely.
And what is that, sir?
We have decided...
he was going to decide something. I really love competing in Nathan, you guys.
Poor Pat. I've also decided something. I want to shove a Nathan's hot dog up George Shays' ass.
Oh, no.
Oh. Someone is calling dog shit sniffer.
Guys are binge blocking.
Dog shit sniffer from Woodside. Opie, you are the hawk to the baby bird.
Oh, he was just ready to make another big announcement decision.
All right.
The stupid phones are so irritating.
I hate this.
Yeah, Pat.
Nothing could be more frustrating.
Pat, hang in there. We got the engineer here in West Palm Beach.
I was so close to being back in.
No, he's doing some tweaking as we speak. The engineer down here in West Palm Beach, Florida. So.
Maybe this should be done. Maybe this should be done before the show is on the air, and we should have these phones fixed.
Right.
My goodness.
Yeah, there's a little bug in the system.
Yeah, a little bit.
If you will.
Yeah. Is there any way to get George back on the line?
Yeah, make sure.
I feel bad about this. Maybe give him a different line or something?
Yeah, were there any listeners that wanted to talk to him?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't think you guys are giving the sport it's the respect it's due.
Hey, Pat, before we get George Shay back on the line, what do you think of George Shay?
I think he's one of the wonderful characters of competitive eating.
Oh, that's not what you said earlier there, Pat.
I was kind of groggy before. What did I say?
George Shay.
Yes.
Hi, George.
What's up?
Again, I got to apologize. This is embarrassing on our behalf. We're trying to, get to the bottom of this and hear what you have to say about Pat. Pat's very excited for what he's heard so far, but the phone keeps petering out on us. And again, I have to apologize. I'm sorry.
Well, apology accepted.
Thank you, sir. Now, as you were saying, is there a consideration being made? A special circumstance, perhaps?
And can I jump in for a second? Because,
yes,
George, you did say that you were getting a lot of people sticking up for Pat and emailing and calling the IFOCE?
We've had an enormous number of emails saying that he's a great eater. I mean, people know that he's a great eater. He went to the big contests.
Yes.
Well, we got one of those guys that's stuck up for Pat from Manaki on the line here. It's Steve. Steve from...
Steve, where's Steve?
Yellowstone. Steve from Yellowstone.
All right.
You're on with George Shay from the IFOCE.
Oh, my God. Hello, is this Mr. Shay?
Yes.
Hi, I've been a big fan of competitive eating, and it just really seems like the whole sport of it has taken off and become quite popular. Have you noticed that the razzle-dazzle of everything is really beginning to pick up in the public eye?
Well, I haven't seen that. It's sort of been steady in my mind.
George Shay here, and the fully beginning Shays without Reed. Eating is not a competition. It's a way to cover up molestation memories. Nathan has the same nutritional value as the feces of a cancer patient.
Wow. George.
I'm here.
Comment?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand it, but he was he sounded very energetic, to say the least. Well, clearly this is an incident that's produced great emotion.
This organization is full of fat pigs.
He's still on the line. Again, the phones. We obviously can't hang up on pranksters either.
Shut this Cumia and jerk off up.
So, George, what can we look for as far as Pat's future goes with the organization?
Well, I think it's best that I email over a full statement.
Oh, well, that would be nice.
And that way you can review it and see what your take may be.
But I got to tell you something though. Pat is on the edge of his seat over here. It's because the whole rest of it is full of junk. You ever see his place? Ugh. But he really would like.
We have established an independent panel of eating veterans, which we call the Baby Bird Study Group, to review the entire incident and to issue a full report, which, if you like, we would literally send you a written report.
Yeah.
With recommendations, and we feel that there may have been a rush to judgment.
George, enough with the jokes. Were you guys really offended by the Baby Bird video?
Well, I've been around for a long time of competitive eating. I found it a little disquieting.
I'm thinking of hiring Al Sharptongue or Gloria Allfed.
Allfed. Sharptongue.
Wow.
He's a funny guy. He used food references with lawyers.
Wow.
Very good.
How do you not want this guy to represent your organization?
Absolutely. Even though Pat's more like Johnny Bomrin.
What I have found most appealing about Pat is his dancing.
His dancing? Yeah. Well, yeah, I think the IFOCE needs Pat from Manaki.
Yeah.
Well, it broke my heart because I was involved in this, and I will say that there has been, in addition to your listeners, there has been a lot of
breaks
feedback.
hearts.
What?
Huh?
What?
So you get it? They eat so much? Break heart.
George.
All right, it was a reach. Yeah, we want Pat back in.
All right, well, gentlemen, I'm going to email this over to your producer. That we hope to have a full report and a final decision in days, because the issue is he may not actually have violated. I think that the panel suggests that he may not have violated his contract, and the question is code of conduct, and they want to see if there are mitigating circumstances.
They made me do it.
Well, what are you guys going to be looking for in the video?
Well, the issue is the video. I think the contents of the video are clear. The issue is does it violate the contract, which in my initial reading of the contract it doesn't, but the question is code of conduct. Was it behavior unbecoming an eater? And if so, did it warrant a full expulsion or perhaps a more moderate penalty?
I think it was his own time,
Sure.
And since it's his own time, there's nothing wrong with a little vomit on another man during your own time.
And Pat has done nothing but talk up the competitions. He speaks very highly about them. He doesn't mock what they're about. I mean, he's always had very positive things to say about them, even though
I'm wearing
in
my
our contest
IFOCE shirt as we speak.
Yeah, he's very proud to be a member.
It's all he's got.
Listen, there's no question about that. There's no question about that.
He's a good member.
Yeah.
Well, that is certainly what would be taken into consideration. Guys, I'm going to send this over, and we literally will produce a report in days that we will send.
Mr. Shay, I have a question about the thing. Do you think that the code of conduct, I mean, I understand that every organization has to have one, and you guys do have one, correct?
Yes.
So do you think that when they say take a code of conduct, do you find that as the competitions become more popular and the eaters become, say, more verbose, has that made things like when you go back over the whole history of the organization, would you say that that's the difference?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, meaning that it's...
Right.
Yes.
Why?
I've given it a lot of thought. I think that Pat is a great example of the evolution of the sport.
He is.
Wow.
Because he's a celebrity, really. Celebrity first and foremost. And in some ways, almost an eater second.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And a person 34th.
But there's a deep and abiding love of Pat here. I mean, I think you'll find to a person in the IFOCE, whether it's on the staff or in the members, they love Pat. There's no question about that.
How do you not?
He's a lovable guy.
All right.
Okay,
well,
but we will send over a report, and I hope to have a resolution of this within the week, before the weekend.
Thank you, Mr. Shay. We appreciate that
sir.
very much.
Oh. Thanks, George.
There goes George Shay from the IFOCE. Sounds fake, but you know what?
He's doing his bit.
The reality is, it is real. He's just hacking it up for the radio.
He's doing his shtick.
But he wants to
trying to make it a fun thing. But I think Pat will be back in. Yeah, the guy could have laid off the hacky friggin' trying to make jokes.
Right.
George from Manaki.
What's wrong, Jimmy?
Yeah, but yeah, really, George from Manaki. He makes your jokes look really, really good, Pat.
Yeah.
That's why you might want to stay with the organization.
Jimmy?
I need the juxtaposition.
Jimmy?
I heard the phone connection wasn't up to par. I'm very, very annoyed.
Well, it was the cell phone.
You heard a few of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fat pig. Yeah, Fat Pig was the worst one.
All right. Thank you, Pat. We'll see what happens, okay?
All right. Things are looking up.
Yeah. And a little reminder, the second video from the eggnog drinking contest featuring Sergeant Magoo puking into a beer pitcher, then pouring it over the Fruit Loops, and then having everyone eat it, is now up on break.com on the front page.
I think one of the peppermints is checking in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and saying, I guess threatening to publish his home phone number changed his mind.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. You know how those peppermints can be.
Jesus Christ.
We heard about them yesterday. They're the secret society.
We learned about the peppermints yesterday, yeah.
That fucking kid yesterday, I guarantee you what he does is he goes undercover. Like, he'll pretend he's a new baby in the neighborhood, and he fucking sneaks into your place, and he gets all the fucking info on you. He's an undercover baby. That's what that kid does.
Undercover baby.
He'll sit in the bassinet, and he'll go like, wah-ha, wah-ha, and meanwhile, the whole time he's fucking jotting shit down and recording and contacting the other peppermints. That Josh is a good boy.
A good peppermint.
He's a good boy.
When we get back, we'll continue with the blog from the old people still having sex.
Yeah, let's hear about old people having sex.
We'll do that next.
The Opie and Anthony Show. Successfully selling hot dogs in the desert to cities all over the country.
This hot dog is wet, and it smells like tuna fish. Oh, gross.
We're just about done. Going to be leaving West Palm Beach in about, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We're wrapping up the Opie and Anthony Show on the road in West Palm Beach. Hey, so we got the Sex Ladies blog, the old Sex Ladies blog. Where were we before the IFOCE guy called in?
Might as well end the show on a hot note.
Yep. Well,
old lady sex.
We can back up. What juicy younger women need to know about sex and aging.
Juicy.
Well, it's the juicy younger women. They still get their moisture happening.
Yes.
Viagra, not a sack of cement installer.
What
the fuck does that mean?
What does that mean?
Actually, we got that one in front of us. Does her past sex life matter?
Yeah.
You're gonna ignore 80 years of sex?
Yeah.
And older women and sex shops.
If you're Asian and she was married to a black gentleman for 30 years, just fucking move on. You have no shot.
For an hour, and watching channels to see if I have a favorite.
Older women, younger men.
You want to go there?
Cougar.
Oh, no.
All right, older woman, younger men. Recently, Judy, age
60. Judy. Go ahead.
Age 62, who attended my Ask Me, I'll Tell You workshop, emailed me about a description of her special niche of passion.
Oh.
Here's what Judy has to say. I'm interested in the special challenges of over 60 women with under 25 men.
Oh, is she talking about age or quantity?
This has been my preference. This has been my preference for many years. Contrary to expectations, there seems to be a wealth of available men for me. Perhaps it is the sex only for the pure joy of it idea. I have offers pretty much daily.
60-year-old woman is getting offers from guys under 25 every day.
No fucking
I'd
way.
love to see the quality of these gentlemen that are offering this woman sex.
I don't pay, but treat the young men with respect.
Look in the room of our listeners.
I don't pay, but treat the young men with respect and a great deal of grandmotherly concern.
Ew.
Oh.
Ew. After you fuck her, you go out and there's a dollar bill on the kitchen table.
Don't tell your mother.
Oof.
Our relationships have lots of laughs and energy.
I bet.
Do they?
Ever see the movie Harold and Maude?
Yeah, she dies at the end.
Exactly. I jerked off at that part only.
Currently, I live with 4 young men under 25. All are affectionate and watch each other to see if I have a favorite.
Ew.
I tell them I love them all equally. Then there are numerous lovers from outside the house who visit. This is as close to heaven as I can get. It would be fun to meet another grandma who has found this niche of passion.
She's really rich, too, so like the one guy's fucking her and the other ones are probably all yelling boo. Fucking setting up booby traps around the apartment.
Oh. You think that's possible, though?
No, this woman is delusional. She's writing a fake story. 60 years old and 25-year-old guys are all over it. Get out.
Listen. I wrote this to Billy Bob, another one from her blog. Bless you. If you read the chapter of Better Than I Ever Expected titled When You or Your Partner Can't, okay, you'll see that women are very happy with fingers, tongue, vibrator, and cuddling when their partner can't have an erection.
Oh, yeah? Are they?
Yeah, they love it.
Yeah.
Forgot berating and laughing.
Who needs that cock?
By the way, we're doing this segment so that GM with the heart on, could calm down a little bit. Jesus. I don't think many women would appreciate a strap-on device, though I suggest you talk about it ahead and let her know you're willing if she'd like it. My suggestion, level with her about your situation as soon as the intimacy gets past kissing and see what she'd like, and please also tell her what would make you feel satisfied. Let me know how this works for you. What do the rest of you think? And then we don't have any more of that one.
So the guy can't get a rod?
But he wants to use, the strap-on on his old broad.
Why? Why not just let her use one on you? You might as well. You have the same role.
Emasculated nothing.
Just fuck his ass. Yell at his cancer balls.
And then finally, Viagra. Not a sack of cement, not a sack of cement installer.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Billy Bob, age 62, has
Jesus, Billy Bob is a fucking dud in the sack.
Fucking Billy Bob stinks.
He stinks in bed.
He's got a lot of questions. Billy Bob, age 62, has told some of his story previously as a comment here.
Yeah, we know.
He recently sent me an email detailing an experience that he wants to share, and he makes an important point.
Yeah.
I started dating a lady I have known for a year, mostly through phone conversations. I knew that she liked sex. Last weekend we went for dinner. After dinner, she wanted to go back to my place for a while. Well, as it turned out, it was the most embarrassing time I've ever had, all because of a misconception some women have about impotency.
Oh, no.
I took a Viagra after we got... Yeah, I know. I took a Viagra after we got back to the motel, hoping it worked fast. It did its normal thing and got me sexually aroused, but not 100%.
Oh, boy. He was a little mushy.
She knew I had...
It's a little mushy.
As Jim was Florentine would say, he had a soggy 6.
The old soggy 6.
She knew I had to take it because of the prostate cancer killing my prostate. Here's what the misconception comes in. Here's where the misconception comes in. It seems that women who do not know about Viagra seem to think if you take it, you just get ramrodding hard, and they do not need to do any stimulation. Well, that's just plain wrong.
Well, this woman is not helping out.
Right. Men still need stimulation along with the Viagra. The drug is not a sack of cement installer.
Oh, okay, now it makes sense.
The drug is not a sack of cement installer. God, is that terrific. And I was not about to masturbate myself in order to get it hard, not in the presence of a woman.
She wasn't willing to help him out. She's fucking just expected the Viagra. She's like, come on, old pudding prostate, let's get going.
The guy's fucking got a wet noodle.
Yeah.
And he's not. That's not embarrassing. The guy won't masturbate in front of her.
How awful.
That's a little. Might give it a few cranks.
See what happens.
Get the fucking job done there, Billy Bob.
Guy's prostate looks like a rotted grapefruit, and he's making demands on this woman. Suck it. I'm not jerking off. Fucking idiot Billy Bob is. His stupid old man pride. Not in the presence of a gal.
A gal? I brought her some silk stockings, and she still didn't jerk me off. World War II reference? No?
Yeah, well.
Pardon me.
I thought it was going like that. You just showed your intelligence. You got
I don't like doing
that. You got a high IQ. So as it turned out, she turned me off instead of on. What a bummer. It was so disappointing. I had looked forward to our meeting for some time and the possibility of finally enjoying good sex with someone that likes sex.
I asked her if she'd put it in her mouth. Instead, she put it on her heels and kicked me in the prostate. A good swift kick to the prostate. If you can't fuck me, I'll kick the cancer out of it. What do you think of that, Billy Bob?
Stupid Billy Bob.
Take that little piggy tail you call a cock and hit the bricks, fella.
What? Tell your story walking.
Tell your story. No, tell your story limping. Tell your story fucking bow-legged limping. That fucking just swollen, awful prostate.
Well, let's see what this old broad has to say. Billy Bob ends with, all a woman needs to know about the drug is that you do things as normally, using stimulation together. So please tell your readers what my experience was. Billy Bob, thank you for sharing this experience. Viagra helps when there's a physical cause for lack of erection, as you know, but it doesn't increase libido, or substitute for all those other crucial components of good sex that you and I and probably everyone reading this crave. Touching, kissing, bonding, stimulating each other physically and emotionally, enjoying each other's pleasure as well as our own.
Would it be funny if she put something really awful in there, like
fisting.
Not realizing it? Yeah. Touching, kissing, fisting, bondage, nude pictures of children stimulating each other physically.
Shitting.
Open mouth shitting. Right. Exactly. Golden shower, Roman shower, brown shower, canoodling, laughing,
gaping,
belching,
gaping, right? Gaping, gagging, gagging and puking. Oh, fuck. It sounds like most of this experience was missing for you. What a bummer. I agree. I'm sorry you didn't feel you could communicate your needs and desires to your partner. I don't know. Maybe she would have been happy to help you get aroused if she had understood. It's hard to understand why she didn't seem interested in stimulating you just as part of the sex play, with or without the Viagra. Since
fuck her. Take half the bottle and crack her hip. Just nail her in there.
Oh, fuck him, too. He's not willing to yank his own awful crank. You're the one with the fucking problem, pal. Fucking be willing to work a little bit. Yeah, not in the presence of a lady.
Jacket.
Well, maybe she says, I'm not going to suck that thing, not in the presence of modern medical science.
He got himself into that predicament.
Exactly. Fucking smoking cigarettes out of his prostate all those years, did him bad.
Get the job done, buddy. Since that's a good part, of the fun of sex. I know you were too embarrassed to masturbate in front of her when she didn't help arouse you, but as a woman, I find it very pleasurable and exciting to watch a man stimulate himself.
Yeah, as a woman.
I don't know if your partner would have reacted this way, but I'll bet she would have.
Yeah, because all women want to watch a 64-year-old guy just jerk off on the sofa. And you know she's old, so they probably have the plastic on the couch and his asshole would leave a sweat stain. The little crinkle.
He's cranking it while his taffy balls are hanging low. Jesus.
Just a foggy, outline like the Shroud of Turin of his ass and balls.
Or if the sofa was made of velour, like old lady sofas are, she'd run over. Don't get that on the cushions. What are you doing? Don't get that on the cushions.
Stop that.
You're going to get that on the Afghan.
Imagine if it was the face of Jesus and they had to close down the house because it became a religious retreat.
Ass and nuts print make the face of Jesus. She's all religious.
Charging $5 a pop to see the face of Jesus
from his balls.
His limp dick.
From his limp dick.
The shroud of onion.
All right.
Was that horrible?
Are we ready for the line of the day?
Nothing sexy there.
That stupid Billy Bob.
Ant's hilarious line of the day about Guatemalans on planes. Forget the smoke detectors, get the crap detector.
Well.
Is that line of the day? We'll find out in a minute or two here.
That's just truth.
Wow, runner-ups today.
Wow.
Nice. Such an exciting portion of the show.
All right, we got to get more of this lady's blog.
Especially after our listeners print a few.
Oh, my God. It's going to be ugly.
You think that they'll be obnoxious?
No, I don't think so.
I think they'll go there really to get some problems solved.
Yeah, it's a serious topic. I don't think they would do that. All right. Line of the day is sponsored by BowDogFight.com.
I'm 72 and my wife's cunt fell out. How do you put one back?
How do you push it back in?
Will this affect our sex life?
It's funny. It fell out like a dog's asshole. You ever see dogs when their assholes pop out? You ever punch a dog in the stomach when it wants a kiss and his asshole falls out? Especially a small dog who just wants to jump up and he puts his little paws up on your shoulder and he goes, "Rrr," and you drill your fist into his pink belly and his asshole falls out.
Holy fuck. No.
Take that, needy.
BowDogFight.com. Yeah, they're doing something. Go to BowDogFight.com and find out for yourself. Here's the first runner-up line of the day.
And he's looking at
Hold
our
on.
license.
This has to be potted up.
I've never, ever heard of that.
All right, here we go. The first runner-up line of the day.
And he's looking at her license and saying, this isn't you, this isn't you. And she's getting all upset and saying, yes, it's me. How is this not me? And then he looks at her and says, okay, this is you, but this isn't your age. So she starts screaming at him like, how is this not my age? Finally, he doesn't want to deal with it. He gets his drinks.
Hey, E-Rock.
Good line.
You made line of the day with your stupid story.
Wow.
Oh, that story sucks.
And it was a line like a heart monitor when someone dies.
I want to punch him in the stomach and watch his asshole fall out.
But the whole asshole doesn't fall out. It's attached by a pink tube of intestine, like a slinky. You punch the little dog's belly, and like a slinky, it goes, and it falls onto the sofa cushion.
Shit.
Here is the other runner-up
Sharpay
line.
Neck fat. Hey, grab his eye fat, then punch his stomach. Put your cock and fuck his eye fat while you punch his asshole out.
Oh my God.
All right. Here's the other runner-up line of the day.
Pat, hold on. Eat Feats. EATFEATS.com.
Right.
Not like what diabetes is doing to his feet.
There's some weird laughs on this show today.
Damn, man.
All right. Yeah, BowDogFight.com. Thank you for sponsoring Line of the Day. Here is today's Line of the Day.
Here comes line of the day, line of the day. When you're in your 70s, if you have chlamydia, all you got to do is cough and it falls out.
Bravo, Jimmy Norton. Line of the Day. Today.
Oh.
And that's it for West Palm Beach.
Yes. It was fun. Exciting. Beautiful weather.
It really wasn't that bad in the end.
No, it was fine.
No. It wasn't bad in the end. I want to thank the staff at The Buzz.
Yeah, the staff was great. The engineering guys, thanks for helping us out. They did a great job making it all click. And, of course, Jaime from XM.
This guy was terrific.
Yeah, he was great.
What's your name again, bro? John.
Thanks,
John helped us out for the last couple of days. He was great. Absolutely great.
John and young Jaime together helping us.
Yeah.
Fucking Jimmy, man. God damn, you make me laugh. I don't know why that sick, twisted shit makes me laugh so hard.
Because you know what the dog... Here's why. Here's why. Because you can picture the little fella's arms on your shoulders and that tail wagging, expecting anything what he's about to get. He'll get something, be it kiss or treat. But it would A, hurt him, and B, shock him.
And you'd get a good laugh when his asshole pops out.
He'd run and it would just drag across the top of the sofa cushion. He'd chase it. And he'd finally catch it and realize it was overrated all along.
My tail tastes like shit.
Oh, little fucking stupid trusting dog stomach. What better place for a fist?
What are we promoting today?
You know, he only shows you his belly. That means he trusts you. Yeah?
Yeah.
Does it?
You won't be expecting this then.
Oh, he'll learn to cover up next time.
We promote this today. Chubby Bunny Contest.
Tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow.
E-Rock's going to try it out for us. And you know what? Whackbag, FBA.com, Why don't you start the betting? Place your bets. Place your bets.
And we are stealing this bit. What? We are stealing this bit from...
yeah, I guess they do this around the country in county fairs. Hey, E-Rock, why don't you go on mic and explain Chubby Bunny for everybody?
I have to put marshmallows in my mouth, and after each one, I have to say Chubby Bunny.
That's right. It's a very simple concept.
Standard size marshmallows. Your standard, put them on a stick over a campfire type marshmallows.
Not those faggoty cocoa ones.
Not little ones, mini marshmallow cocoa shit. No.
So why don't you guys start a gambling thread, a couple bucks a man, and have some fun with this. Try to guess how many marshmallows you could get in before he starts, throwing them up or whatever, spitting them out, I should say.
Or choking.
Or choking,
yeah.
Hopefully one.
Well, boy can dream.
Chubby Bunny, and he just grabs his chest and falls over.
All right. We'll see you guys in New York, right?
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Oh, Jaime, thank you. Jaime from XM was here the last 5 days or whatever it was.
He's did a great job.
3 days, I don't even know.
It's fuck. Whenever you see him walk by, if you don't see his face, you see that hair, you're like Frankie Valley. Just a good kid.
I know we're in good hands, though, when Jaime hits the road with us.
Absolutely.
I have no doubt that we're in good hands.
He's a good boy.
Yeah.
Kenny and the rest. Thank you, Clubby.
You're welcome.
All right.
Just give an overall thanks to everyone so we could do our stupid meet and greet.
Yeah. I hate the way he has the Sharpies out already.
Good point. All right,
waiting. I will see you tomorrow in New York.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh. Hey.
Ugh.
Oh. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa.
Oh.
Hey! What?
Hey!
What the hell's going on here?
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Awful. They're just awful. Awful people.
Line of the Day is brought to you by Bodog. If you'd like to vote on any of the weekly show polls, go to iliketolisten.com.